Hello there, fellow collectors. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, EvilSneaker. I am here with the one and only, the up-and-comer, the on the grind constantly, Mr. How You Figure. How you doing tonight, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm forgive my hair. It's gonna get better. It'll dry.
Definitely artisan quality.
This is what it was for, man. I was like, we're gonna talk about Artisan Luke, Artisan How You Figure tonight. Is my volume okay, man? My mic keeps
It just went
lowering.
quiet again. It just went quiet a little bit.
If it keeps messing around, I'll get out and come back in. See what I'm saying?
Now it sounds a little loud.
Anyway,
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm excited, man. Second.
Hope you're quiet again.
All right, I'm gonna hop back. I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna hop back in. We're gonna try this again. You keep
He's
rolling.
gonna hop out and hop back in. Welcome back, everybody, to Sneak Peek episode 12. Wow. Oh, he's still here. But we got lots to talk. We got lots to talk about tonight. It is Revenge of the 5th. We're going to talk about all the May 4th stuff. Kind of recap our May the 4th days. I did something fun. Went to the movie theater. What a great time. But we'll wait till Justin gets back in here. What else we got going on? We got a bunch. The gift that keeps on giving. Hot Toys Star Wars. Let's go. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan, everybody. It is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. We're going to talk about Artisan Luke. We're going to talk about the new Darth Maul. We're going to talk about the troopers that dropped. We'll do a little recap of everything. Might talk about some of the sideshow, the sideshow deals and reveals thing they did. Might go through that video a little bit, talk about some of that stuff. But usually when I'm on with How You Figure, it can be a pretty long show. So we'll see how much we end up getting through. But I got nothing but time. I'm not working tomorrow. It's going to be a great show. We got 31 in the house. Please, if you haven't already, on your way in, please hit that like button. Really appreciate everybody's support. It's been awesome coming into the show, seeing 25, 30 people in here right off the jump. It's really cool. So really appreciate all you guys showing the support. Hopefully you guys are liking the Sunday night streams as well. This is my second time doing that, but I like it. I like being able to stream on a Sunday night. Sorry, my allergies have also, I don't know if anybody else has allergies, but all this weather changing in the Midwest it's been crazy. It's been crazy. So all this weather change has got my throat all scratchy. It's crazy, but we got lots to talk about. Justin's back. Justin, how you doing tonight, bro?
All right, I'm gonna see if it
sounds good. Quiet again.
It keeps. I don't know. I don't want to railroad the show, man.
Are you bumping into something?
No, it's just it's almost like it's like
the cable plugged in all the way.
Yeah, man. This is
like automatic gain on or something.
It's got to be something.
Noise gating.
Here's what I'll do. You do your thing. I'm gonna be on stream. I'm gonna look this up on Google. I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Let's just keep it rolling. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, we've already moved on, so keep going what you're doing.
Now you're quiet again, but okay, I'm gonna keep going. Now you're quiet again.
I'm gonna Google it.
As always, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We are on the way to 1,000 subs, and it's gonna be a banger of a stream once we hit 1,000 subs. Bunch of giveaways, bunch of fun stuff. Yes, please, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Almost there, almost to 1,000. Almost, I think, 850 right now. So we're getting there. If you haven't already as well, please consider joining the Evil Empire. We got like 38 members right now. It's wild. It's awesome. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I know I've been enjoying it in the chat, having all the members in here, the Evil Empire. Join up on the ranks. The link is in the chat if you are interested in joining up. There's multiple tiers. Choose whatever one you feel like suits you, if you so choose. What else we got? I am kind of recently became an affiliate with MODUSPACE, so down in the description, use code SNEAKER, all caps, on MODUSPACE's website. You get $20 off your order. So if you're looking at ordering some cases, I also have a code with 16kit. You can get $10 off there, off your order with code SNEAKER as well, all caps. And then as always, want to give my regular shout out to Underground Figures. Go check them out, undergroundfigures.net. Everything is double box free of charge. You get 5% off MSRP. Usually don't have to pay any tax. Ray's the owner. He's a great dude, great customer service. I know a lot of you have already ordered from Underground, but if you so choose to do that, please mention that I sent you. And you're eligible for no NRD pre-orders, so you don't have to pay an NRD. If you email in your order, just make an account on their website, email in what you want, and then he'll put you down for a pre-order and invoice you when it ships. So really awesome. Go check out undergroundfigures.net and mention that I sent you, please. He's going to be doing some I believe, giveaways when I hit my 1,000 on the channel as well. So it's going to be an awesome show. It's going to be an awesome show, but really appreciate you guys mentioning me when you put in your orders. That helps me get stuff for the channel, some discounts, and also some, like, you know, some just discounted figures like I've been getting for you guys. And then also, like I said, stuff when it comes to giveaways, like kind of like I've been talking about my 500 sub giveaway. He did like $4 $50 things in store credit. So appreciate you all doing that. Justin, how are we doing over there?
We're doing good, man. I'm talking. Well, we're not doing good. Hold on. I'm talking to Brick Artemis right now through Instagram.
So we can figure it out.
Me and Brick's helping.
Do you have
me.
like an auto? Do you have like a noise gate setting on or something like that, where it's like adjusting to your voice, like in the app?
It must, man, because it does this every once in a while, but never like this to where it's just like constantly readjusting to that volume. So maybe I'm too close to it. Maybe I'll back it up a little bit. Let's see how long we can go here while I'm doing this.
Well, while you're figuring that out, let's get into addressing the chat. All right, shall we? We got a bunch of people in here. We got Boba Fettuccine. He says, damn, I'm too late, but we'll catch the replay. Appreciate you stopping by, Boba Fettuccine. Love the photo every time I say it, or every time I say it, because his logo is really cool, Boba Fettuccine. We got Grand Moff of the channel, the Maul Fiend, Reese, who I went to the Star Wars marathon. He caught some of it with me. The first few movies. So he says, what's up, nerds? What's up, dude? Just saw this dude because he just came and picked up his poster from me that he got because he couldn't stay the whole time. So I had to snag him his poster from the event. So yeah, he just stopped by my house, picked that up. Good to see you, bro. We got Grand Admiral Cage in the house. He says, evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Looking forward to the stream tonight. Let's go. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. We got Clinton Martin in the house. What's up, Clinton? He says, howdy, folks. Howdy to you. We got Grand Moff. We got Grand Admiral. I'm already gonna get confused at all the names, dude. There's too many people. I'm already just getting just so confused with all the
you made
all the names.
And this is what
oh, good. See, we can't even hear you, so it doesn't matter what you're saying right now. We got Grand Admiral Universal Key in the house. He says, evening, everyone. Evening to you. Love the Captain America shield. As always, the GOAT Cap. We got Grand Admiral Christian Cooper in the house. He says, what up, Steven Chat? What's up, bro? Someone get this man a crosshair, please. Please. Yeah, another Grand Admiral, Tighter in the house. He said, Tighter FL says, yo, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. We got a new channel member, Valkyrie Magnus, Grand Admiral as well. Says, what's up, guys? What is up, Valkyrie? Appreciate you tuning into the show yet again. Thank you for being here and thank you for being a channel member. We got Brick Artemis in the house, fellow member of the Wolf Pack. Too sweet. Good evening. We got Grand Admiral AJ Agrusa. All the Grand Admirals coming out tonight for the show. Good evening, friends. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you. Also, AJ, thank you for being here. We got channel member, The Ben Thomas Show. He's in the house. He says, hey, everyone. What's up, Ben? If you guys haven't already, go check out The Ben Thomas Show. He's got a great channel, does some really cool stuff. And he streams earlier in the afternoon, earlier than me, a few hours earlier than me on his channel, usually on Sundays. Let's Get Nuts. So go check that out. We got a Maul in the thumbnail. It's going to be a good show, says the Maul Fiend himself. Yes, I agree. We got Miami's Nemesis in the house. He says, cheers, everyone. What is up, Chris? Cheers to you. Thank you for being here. Oh, Boba Fettuccine. Oh, crap. I didn't miss it. Sweet. How we doing, y'all? Oh, so he thought he missed the show. He thought he missed the show, but he's here. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. We got Grand Admiral. How you figure? He's in the chat. He's muted on his audio. Hey, what's up, everyone? There he is. Look at him. He's making gestures. He's making a bunch of gestures. That's all we got. We got Stacy, aka Jedi 291 in the house. Good evening, collectors. What's up, Stacy? Thank you so much for being here as always. Always like seeing you here and seeing your comments in the chat and on other social medias. We got 49 in the house before even getting through the chat. We hit 50 last week. It was pretty crazy. That's what we wanted. To try to hit 50. I don't know what the next milestone is. I guess 100. So there we go. You should just aim big. We got Grand Moff Batman collectibles in the house. Like I said, a Grand Moff of the channel, the highest tier. Him and the Maul Fiend. He says, let's go. Hit the like button. Thank you so much for your support of the channel, bro, and for being a Grand Moff. Always good to see you in here. Always appreciate seeing your comments as well. We got channel member collection obsession in the house with the evil empire emoji says hello there. Yes, thank you for being here. We got Krivas 1138. Hey, good evening everyone. Been chatting with him a little bit on the Instagram, but really cool dude. Thank you so much for being here, man, and tuning in. You have to let me know if I didn't really ask you if I'm saying your name right. Is it Krivas? I'm guessing I might be right. I don't know. Miami's Nemesis says, why is it in Star Wars all the Jedi eventually turn to the dark side? Is there anyone went from the dark side to good? Yeah, I mean, dark side to good, Vader, Kylo, if we're talking about people who ended up getting redeemed. Yeah, this is kind of a long conversation if you go back into some of the legend stuff, but Titer says Artisan quality on the hair, Justin. There you go. And Chris says, is that hair rooted? We got Grand Admiral Mark Attack in the house. He says, well, hello. Dude, I'm surprised you are still up right now at, I know it's late, like the middle of the night where you are right now. So thank you for being here, bro. As always, have been enjoyed our chats as well on the other socials. AJ says Grail. Yes. Love the Grails. Adrian's in the house. Also a Grand Admiral of the channel. I forget how many people got like gifted subs and everything. It's just been really cool. People have been gifting subs. People have been joining. It's hard to keep track, but thank you so much for being here. He says, how was the movie theater experience? And he says, when is the vlog dropping? So I'm working on it. I'm putting it together right now. It's kind of a lot to edit. So it was kind of tough. I'll talk about it a little bit more when I get to like my experience with the theater, but there were some areas where it was kind of tough for me to kind of film myself. So like the vlog is just going to take some time to piece together. There were some areas where I kind of had to respect people's privacy and stuff. So I'm piecing it together, working on it. But yes, the vlog is coming. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. Hopefully. Mark is going to sleep. He'll catch a replay. Peace out, Grand Admiral Mark Attack. Thank you for stopping in, bro. We got channel member 1Adam12 in the house. He says, all hail the evil empire. Let's go. Hey guys, I saw Phantom as well yesterday. Yeah, I'm really happy with just like everybody saying they saw the Phantom Menace in theaters. And just like, it's all just the positivity surrounding the Phantom Menace. Just makes me happy. Mark says, where are those droidicas? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. We got my guy Connor in the house. Hot Toys Hotline. He says, evil Steve. I don't know why I said it so aggressively, but there you go, bro. Good friend, member of the channel as well. Guys, if you haven't already, go check out Hot Toys Hotline. He runs a good show over in his neck of the woods as well. And yeah, just really cool dude. Really enjoy talking to you, man, all the time. And yeah, go check out his channel if you have not already. He's evil as well. He's Evil Connor. There you go. Cage has asked, did you try turning yourself off and on again? That helps.
Yes.
Oh, it sounds good now.
It won't last.
Collection of Such says, do you think that Maul is all that we're going to get from Phantom Menace Anniversary? No, I don't think so. No, we got Obi-Wan. Obi's coming. 100% Obi's coming. At least Obi-Wan. I think like we got 50 in the house, baby. Let's go. Before even getting through the chat, we got 50 in the house. Please hit that like button. Dang, crazy. We were waiting for it last time, but 50 in the house is 17 minutes. Pretty damn cool. But yeah, please hit the like button if you haven't, and please subscribe as I am on the journey to 1K. We're gonna probably talk a little bit about this, maybe a little bit more, and we'll talk about this when we get to Maul, because we got lots to get through. We got channel member and good friend the Jedi Knights Watch in the house. Good evening, everyone. I'm starting to get a case of the Mondays already. Good thing for me, I do not have to work tomorrow or Tuesday, so we can stream as long as we want. Justin can too. It doesn't even matter.
I got work, but I can stream long if the microphone
sounds good, dude. Now, dude.
That's the longest it's been.
Sounds good now. Mark says, how are we not at 1K yet? Are we blind? Deploy the subscriptions. I love it. Collection of Such says, is that Padme? Yes, that is Padme that you see behind Justin.
It is Padme. I wanted to bring out a prequel character tonight, even though I think we're getting Artisan Kylo. There it goes again. All right.
I think you have some type of setting on your mic. What type of mic do you have, man?
The Shure M7 or... Yeah, it's like the M7.
M7B?
Yeah. getting some notifications here. I think people are trying to help me. It's, I mean, I will say, can you even hear me at all when I'm like this close?
Are you plugged in with USB?
Yeah. That's how I've always that. Like, I use this mic on everything. It's never stayed. The only thing I'm thinking, honestly, is maybe just restart the entire computer.
Go ahead, dude.
All right. I mean, let's be honest.
And
You're doing well without me anyway, right?
Plug your mic, unplug it and plug it back in at both, kind of both ends of it.
Yeah, and I will not be a distraction tonight, Steve. If we can't get this,
now you sound fine. I think once you get going, it just evens out.
Should I just stay this close?
Sure, dude. Yeah, let's stay that close.
Restart. Let's restart once, and then after this, let's just move on. And if I have to just talk in the chat tonight, I'll just do this. And
now you sound fine. And now that you started talking, we got 4 more people above 50. We got 54 in the house.
Hey. Okay, let's keep it rolling. I think this has become a subplot, man.
Live tech support. Let's do this with the Grand Admiral emoji.
Yeah, this is so uncomfortable, man. But I'll talk like this all night.
Oh, it's awesome. We got channel member in the house, Gambit Rodriguez. What's up, bro? He says, gentlemen. Yeah, thank you for being here, bro. Cheers to you. We got Mr. Blend in the house. This is a new name. Says Happy Revenge of the 5th. I like the logo. Is that a dog with a cool hat on? I love it. Yeah, Happy Revenge of the 5th to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. We got, is it Hoonigan? We got Hoonigan in the house. Says, hello there. Picked up all 3. Damn, nice. Nice. I've seen your name in the chat. I think I'm saying it right. But yes, thank you for being here. Yeah, a lot of people ordering a lot of stuff. We got Kyle Goodwin in the house. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here, Kyle. Appreciate you tuning in. He's giving a thumbs up. Thumbs up to you, bro. We got my boy, Reverse Zeo. What up, baby? Got to give him that Reverse Zeo. What up, baby? What up, baby? Let's go. He says, Steve, thank you so much for being here, bro. That looks like Cherry Coke.
Not a sponsor.
Coke is the GOAT. So is bad for you, though. Or as I say, awesome. Pop from where I'm from.
First one I've had this weekend. I've been saving it for tonight.
We got channel member Brad Cormack in the house. What's up, Brad? He says, hey guys, just checking my phone. He says, hello there. He's heading home soon. Ooh, he might try to, he might be able to catch some of it. We got Bright Try Hard in the house. Another new name. He says, yo, what's up, man? Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Darth Revan. Yes. Figure of the year 2025. Let's go. Let's go. Christian Cooper says, saw the Phantom Menace for the first time in theaters yesterday. Amazing, dude. For the first time in theaters, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is super dope. Yeah, the Maul Fiend. I've got 2 more show times for the Phantom Menace lined up. You know, I might actually think about going tomorrow to watch it again. I could. I'm off tomorrow. They call me Queso Blanco's in the house. Austin's in the house. What's up, dude? He says, Lisan Al Gaib. What's up, dude? Oh man, when the best movie comes back next year, Revenge of the Sith. Be crazy. Tighter FL says, saw the Phantom Menace with my daughter this afternoon. It was a great experience to see Darth Maul on the big screen again. Yes, it was so dope. That's awesome. You got to take your daughter to the show. Very cool. We got Prime Time Reviews in the house. What is up, man? He says, yo, what's good, guys? I think I saw on Instagram he had just got Battle Damage Darth Vader. Super dope figure. If you haven't already, especially if you're on the fence about it, it's a no-brainer. Like I talked about before, this Darth Vader's I have a couple Darth Vaders, but opening this one was like opening a Vader, like a new figure that I haven't had. It's just so cool. Such a great figure. But and I saw he's got some badass Star Wars Crocs. Yeah, I saw that photo too. Very cool, man. Very cool. So thank you for being here. We got Connor telling me I'm such a sweetheart. You too, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Aw. We need Obi-Wan, Queen Amidala, Destroyer Droid. I agree. Austin says, I was 50. Yes. We got Grand Admiral Thrawn's office. Not only is Thrawn himself a Grand Admiral, but his office is also a Grand Admiral. His office is just...
Yeah.
Yes. They ranked his office because it's that good. He says, oh, hello, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Stacy also went to go see the Phantom Menace yesterday. Great experience to see it in theaters after 25 years. I agree. Only disappointment was no Phantom Menace popcorn buckets at our theater. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab some.
Hey, hopefully everybody can hear me. Do y'all remember when I went and saw the Phantom Menace? Y'all remember those like things like when you were a kid you would get? It was like the cup, and then they put the cone on the cup and popcorn. You just held it, and there was popcorn in the cone around your cup, and then there was like the straw would come through, and then there was like a slot for your candy. Anyone? Because that's what man. That was absolutely a thrill, man, as a kid. Oh, dude, that's so small though. I thought that'd be bigger.
Kind of small.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But
it's kind of small, but it's super dope. I mean, it's the same thing on both sides, and it's kind of raised, you know.
Did you get two of them?
It's dope. No, I just got one popcorn bucket.
I thought I asked you to pick me up one, if you wouldn't mind.
Did not. You absolutely did not. But so I got this. It's funny. I got this popcorn bucket.
Wait a minute. That's the same one.
As I put it back in the bag. I literally just bagged it right back up and set it down on my floor.
I thought that was the second one.
No, I just bagged it back up, put it down on my floor. But that's funny. I just already like went immediately back. It's like my figures. I look at them for 5 seconds, I box them right back up till I can open them back up again. But it's funny because I got the popcorn and I saw other people in line, and they were saying like, can I get the bucket and then can you just give me the popcorn? Like, can you give me the popcorn separate? And then I asked the lady there was like a younger girl. She was like really confused. I'm like, yeah, can I, like, I want to get the bucket, but like, what size does that equate to? Cause I'm trying to bundle it with a slushie. And I'm like, what size does that equate to? And she's like, I don't really know what you're trying to say. And I was like, okay, well, can you just like give me the bucket and then give me a bag of popcorn separate? And she filled up this giant bag of popcorn. I mean, like 4 times the size of that bag. And then she's like, here you go. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, it was awesome. So I said a giant, I still have some right now upstairs in the bag because it's so much popcorn. And it was also really cool. Hold on. Let me finish my sentence real quick, Justin.
Oh, my bad.
I'm in my element right now. I'm part of my popcorn.
My fault. Truly my fault.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's
what was I gonna say? I lost. Oh, so for having the ticket for the marathon, you get 20% off all concessions. So that was really nice too. That was very, very nice. So, okay. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, dude, this has got me rattled, man. So I gotta regroup. All right. I gotta talk about something that will bring me
very
joy.
rattled.
So you want to know, I want to know this from everybody in the chat as well as you, Steve. Talk about the movie theater experience, right? Is anybody else's favorite part? I mean, maybe not the favorite part, because obviously watching the movie is great too, but there's something about being in the lobby, hearing the popcorn, being in line, smelling the popcorn, picking out your candy. You know, to me, that's just like arguably my favorite part of the whole thing, man. I'll be honest. Like, obviously seeing the movie's great, but especially probably when everybody went and saw Phantom Menace again. Were you not feeling that nostalgia you had as a kid, man? Because again, a lot of if we're all kind of maybe, I don't know, I'm sure some in the chat different ages, but me and Steve probably similar ages. Like that was like one of our like big memories movies. So did you get that feeling back, Steve, of like just the whole thing? Like I know yours was a special event, but did you get any of those feels back that you had when you were a kid? Were you able to recapture any of that magic?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like I had a lot going through my mind because it was like a marathon. So it was just like all encompassing. Like I'm just getting all this Star Wars over and over again, every movie, like watching it and just having like all these thoughts because I'm watching it and just all in succession. But dude, yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like that movie was the first. So I had seen the original trilogy when I was a kid before seeing the Phantom Menace in theaters. But like reflecting back on 25 years ago was when I was 7 years old. Like it's crazy. I was 7 years old when I first saw this movie in theaters. So like just bringing all that back, yeah, definitely. It was like crazy being in the theater and like seeing this, like, yeah, getting the popcorn and just everything just an experience walking in the theater. Yeah, it takes you back kind of to that time and just like looking at this, like the poster, like walking in there and it says like 25th anniversary. Like it's just crazy, dude, the whole thing.
What's your favorite part of the movie going experience? Do you like the lobby? Do you like when you first get to your seat?
I don't go to the I only go to the movies when it's a movie like I really need to see. So like Deadpool Wolverine's coming out. That's one that I'm really need to see. I'll go to the theater for that. Otherwise, like a lot of stuff I'll wait. Like Doom 2, I went to go see. Like these big movies, I'm like, I gotta see it. I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
Fine. Ones that I'm like Oppenheimer. I know that was like an amazing movie, Actually, that's probably one I should have seen in theaters.
Yeah,
I should've.
yeah.
But
I
like,
would
so
say,
original Dune, I also didn't see in theaters. So like Oppenheimer, like everyone's talking about, like, oh, this is amazing. The movie, I understand it's good, but I didn't feel like, oh my god, I really want to see this movie. You know?
You understand
So like, I'll
it's
wait till
good.
that. I'll wait. Well, actually, that is out. That is out on Max,
Pretty
right? I
good
think
right
now
there.
it's out on something. But like, so I'll just watch that in my basement. So like, I have a home theater like right over here. So it's like my home theater area. Right?
Oh, there it is. The plug for
Yeah.
the home theater. Yeah, but here's the thing, Steve. I kind of see what you're saying, but all I'll say is this: if you get a chance to see, and I didn't think about this till you said Oppenheimer. If you get a chance to go see Interstellar in theaters, you
Oh,
really
dude.
need to see that in theaters.
Love that
That
movie.
is the score for that film. You don't.
No,
get
I did
try
see
to
that
go
movie in theaters.
Oh,
I
you
saw
did?
that movie
Oh,
in
okay.
theaters. My first when it first came out.
Man, wasn't
Yep.
that just a beautiful film
Yep.
to see in theaters, man?
Yep. Love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Same. Love it, dude. Love it.
Yeah, it's crazy through and through. Damn, now I'm looking up potentially tickets again.
How am I
So
sounding
goodness.
now, Steve? Are we good to
Sound
go
fine.
for the rest of the night? Do I sound good? Okay, man.
Yep.
I'm locked
sounds
in
fine.
now. I'm locked in now.
baby.
Let's start. Let's go all the way back to the first comment in the chat. Let me talk to everyone.
We're 30 minutes in. We haven't even gotten anything yet. MB Dyson 829's in the house says, hello there. We know who the GOAT is. That's right. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Kylo, baby.
Christian was 1 when the movie came out. We got Big Dog Pound 1 in the house. Woo! That wasn't very good. My voice kind of cracked.
That was
Whoa.
sounded like
There
a
we go.
sad dog or something. It's like, there we go.
Yeah, I don't want to scream into the mic and be very loud. Wow. We don't want your mic to break. Don't do it.
I know. I gotta be careful.
Batman Collectible says currently watching episode 3 of my son. He's sad Anakin turned evil. It's his first watch. Ooh, that's a tough first watch, man. You know, that movie. Let's see. Oh, see, says, oh my god, I really want one now. I didn't know somebody commented, or maybe it's down a little bit lower. Yeah, Mr. Blend. I got my 25th anniversary bucket and cup. I didn't know they had cups. I didn't know the cup was a thing. I don't know if my theater had that or not, but that's pretty cool.
What would everybody rather have? The collectible cup or the collectible popcorn bucket? If you had to choose just one.
I personally would rather have a collectible poster.
There's the segue right there.
So I think posters are like, I would rather have a poster because like the bucket is cool, but I'm gonna like it takes up space. You can't just hang it on the wall. And like it's cool. I don't know what I'm gonna really do with the bucket. Like I might put the poster up and put like a little floating shelf or something next to it, but then it's gonna get dust on it. You don't want to get dust on it.
Probably put some
Just kidding.
popcorn. You might want to put some popcorn in it.
No, I won't eat out of it. I won't eat
respect
out
that.
of it. I'll just keep
I'm
it
not
as a
even gonna hate
collectible,
on you, dude.
I'll just keep it as a
have.
collectible. I got other things I can eat popcorn out of. You know what I mean? And just
You-
get a bowl from the kitchen.
You want to know how crazy I am, dude? I still have a Fast and Furious 7 cup from the theater.
Wow.
I love
That's
collecting those things. You know this about me, dude. Those are the things that if I had to just choose one thing to collect, it'd be stuff like that. I love it.
That's awesome, dude. Big Dog Pound says, did you get the popcorn bucket from AMC Theater? No, so the theater I went to was a Marcus Theater. I know they're around. I don't know how many, but it's Marcus Theaters. Yeah, that's the theater that I went to. So I went to a Star Wars marathon event at a Marcus Theater in Wisconsin. It was like one of 14 theaters or states or something in the country. It was limited. Yeah, so I went to a marathon. Very cool. We got Safeful in the house. Says yo Steven Justin. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here, Safeful. And oh my goodness, we got Will Foxification, the man himself, stopping by my chat. I am honored, sir. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't checked out Will Foxification, everybody in this chat's already checked out Will's channel, so I don't even have to plug it. But Avengers level panel. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
Will heard how much trouble I was having with my microphone. I think he came to check in.
And it fixed
I
it,
appreciate
man.
that, Will.
This
Thank you,
comment
Will. I
must have
think
came through the maybe.
Dude, I think him
made the
checking
mic get
in,
fixed.
him and Brick's messages to me, I think we solved it. I really do.
We're solved. Well, thank you all for being here, bro. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Christian says all they had at my theater was a R2D2 bucket. That's crazy.
You
I didn't
should've
see
got
any
that.
like R2 stuff. I didn't see any of that, any stuff like that. Hoonigan says it's the experience of seeing it in the theater. Yeah, me too. Like,
Yep.
I think I go to the theater to Like now, so I don't know how many people are going to get mad about this, but I typically don't buy stuff at the movie theater, food and snack wise. Like I just don't buy it. Like a slushie, like the price of a slushie and a bucket of popcorn was like $17. Like it's just crazy, man. The ticket's already, even if I go by myself, now a ticket's like nearing $20 just for a ticket, even a little bit more. Because I like to pick my seat and get best seat in the theater if I'm gonna go. Like I'll try to get middle rows, like right in the center of the theater. So like that's already expensive. Like it's like $40 to go to a movie if you get popcorn and food and stuff. So I usually don't. I just like going because I like seeing it on a big screen. Justin's very upset right now.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it. I do understand it. Like it is expensive. The way I look at it is like every time I go, I don't go all out with like the concessions. The thing I have to have every time without fail, you have to have a drink. Like I feel like the drink is like not having a drink for like 3 hours would be difficult. If you get popcorn, you're going to obviously need to have a drink as well. You know what I mean?
Dude, I cannot tell you the last time I bought a drink at the movie theater until this past weekend. Like usually I'll just take an empty water bottle and just fill it up at the, you know, like the bubbler as they call it in Wisconsin, aka the water fountain, aka the drinking fountain.
So you're taking hold on a second, man. This can't be real. So wait a minute. You're taking an empty bottle of Pepsi, and you're going up
I'll take like a water, like a stainless steel water, like a thing I can seal, like a water bottle.
They
like
let you take that into the theater?
Yeah. And you say like I'm gonna go get water? I mean, I haven't done that in a while, but I don't see what the problem would be.
I'm shocked that they must have not seen it. Like they would,
maybe not.
You could be bringing alcohol in there, and
That's true. I mean, you could show them it's empty, dude. Do the dump test.
Dude, every time I got it, like you go to a music festival or whatever,
you can't
have an open water bottle or nothing, man.
Oh my God, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. We gotta. I can't keep up with the chat. I can't keep up.
Sorry, I'm very passionate.
MB Dyson says I can't eat movie theater popcorn anymore because of lactose, so not my favorite part. I need air pop. So the really nice thing about Marcus theaters is it's dairy free. The butter on it is like it's non-dairy butter. So like they got it right. It's dairy free. It's good. It's really good. So like my son has a bad dairy. Both of them have bad dairy allergies right now. They're really young, but like they could eat it. So you know it's good. That's saying something. Valkyrie Magnus says I was 5 years old when I saw Star Wars in a drive-in theater, so I watched it in the family car. That's dope. That is awesome. Let's see. We got Funky Cold Santa in the house. What is up, man? Thank you so much for being here.
What?
He says Interstellar figures on the way too.
Is that for real, dude?
He must be talking about the third-party ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they look good? Have you seen those, Steve?
They're okay. I wouldn't buy them. I personally wouldn't buy them. I could see why people would. One of them was like super expensive. It was like a limited, super expensive one. But yeah. Yep. We got see you, Grand Admiral. Grand Admiral. We got Jose G. The G stands for gifted. Hernandez in the house. What's up, everyone from CaliCon? Oh, he's at CaliCon. That's awesome, dude.
Oh, that's
awesome,
cool,
man. Very cool. Hope you enjoy. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Blend says the bucket worthwhile. Yeah, 25th anniversary. That's what I'm saying. Like 25th anniversary, that's significant to me, means something to me. Very cool. The metallic red on the inside looks sick. I agree. Oh, the R2 bucket was an AMC exclusive. Interesting. Safel says Drake just dropped another one. If anybody's in on the Drake Kendrick stuff, you can go check that out. We got Aaron Collects in the house. He says, what's up, man? What's up, Aaron? Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. We got Eric Heinke, a channel member in the house. He says, what's up, everyone? What's up, Eric? Thank you for being here. Guys, if you haven't already, 51 in the house, please hit that like button. Let me see. Eric says, I used to drain a bunch of butter in my popcorn one time. My stomach was not feeling well. Yeah, I bet. We got How You Figure saying to everyone here, I appreciate you being here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button. I don't know why I'm yelling. Well, it's okay. You're yelling, but they can't hear you, so it's fine. Yeah. No worries,
that's
dude.
Okay.
No worries, dude. Okay, shall we move on to our first figure after 38 minutes of the
Wow,
stream?
kicking it off with Luke. Okay.
Let's kick it off with Luke. Let's kick it off with the Artisan edition of Luke Skywalker from Dark Empire comic, a Legends figure. This is the last thing I would have ever expected was a Dark Empire Luke Skywalker and Artisan. Like, to do a Legends Luke for an Artisan over like some of the other Lukes, just kind of crazy that happened. But I could see why. Like, I could see why it happened too. You know, Howard must like this version of the figure. So we saw like that picture I brought up last week of Howard Chan like in front of all the figures, and this figure was in there, right? The sculpted version was in there, and then sure enough, we get this as a drop, right? So pretty cool. Dude, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you talk about this, and I'm gonna get a poll going for the people. You give your thoughts on here, and then I'll go through some
Yeah.
stuff.
Here's what I'm starting to learn about myself as a collector of 6 scale figures. Okay, I get very excited. I get very hyped. I see the images. I get excited. It's like, oh my gosh, it's an Artisan. I can't wait for this figure to come out. And then I make my video. I talk about it or whatever. And this one was one that I really thought I wanted until it got to like where I had it pretty much in the bag that I was going to pre-order it. And I've decided against it, man. I've decided against going the Artisan route with this one. It's just a lot for a figure. Again, the way I look at it is this. I don't know if I was going to get this one sculpted. And so I got it Artisan just, I think, because it was limited and it was an Artisan. I'm not saying I don't love Luke the character, but like this version of Luke, just I don't have that connection to it. I still think it looks really badass. It's a figure I'd be excited for. But, you know, the more I'm getting into collecting, the more I'm trying to be better about prioritizing certain things. Because at the end of the day, man, it's like, you've told me from day one, man, if you try to keep up with Star Wars, if you try to keep, and that's just Star Wars, we're not even talking all Hot Toys or 6 scale figures, it's going to get crazy. So to me,
hard, dude.
It is. And the feeling I had, and we'll talk about this later, but the feeling I had when Maul got announced was the feeling that I need for like a figure like this. Like that was an immediate, like, oh, that's 100%. I was so excited. So that kind of taught me a little bit about like, okay, like this Luke figure is one that I want, but it's not one that I really need at this point in my collecting journey. I don't want this to be, I want to still get a previous version of Luke first. So yeah, that's just me. Now talk about the figure real quick. I think it looks really cool. I like this Legends line. I think this is an awesome line. It's an awesome idea for a line. I know there's a ton of people that are super into the Star Wars video games, the comic books, the lore of it all. I love that. And I just think it's cool that we're even getting these figures, to be honest with you. It's, and I think there's a lot of potential for this line to be massive and to be really successful. So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I was hyping it up a bit. I got caught up in the hype a bit, Steve. And even though I think it's,
man.
Yeah, man, it is. But with the Maul coming out and with these other Star Wars figures on the horizon, because I still think like you that we're going to get a couple more announcements. Yeah, you just have, at the end of the day, man, you gotta make hard choices sometimes in the collecting game. I mean, that's just how it is. So I'm not gonna go with this Artisan after all.
You for real aren't?
I'm for real not.
You're not messing with me. You cancel it?
Yeah, and I felt bad about even taking up a spot, but I canceled it pretty shortly after because I didn't feel the joy, man. Like when I got when that whole story happened with the Artisan Jack, there was a true joy to it. With this one, I was like, dude, I don't even know this version of the character. Like, and again,
that's my question. That's kind of my question too. Is like, do you think people are wanting this just because it's Luke, even though they don't? Like, we're talking about Luke Skywalker. Do you think people are getting this because it's Luke, and like Luke holds more weight versus like if this were another Star Wars character that was like an Artisan from Legends? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like I heard a lot of people talk about when the artist or when the other video, like when Revan and Starkiller dropped, I heard a lot of rumblings like, oh, like I don't really care about these figures because I have no idea who they are. Like I don't care. Like I know they're from, like, I've seen them, but I don't know anything about them. But Luke kind of hits different in that, like, this is Luke Skywalker. I don't really care what version of Luke it is. This is a rooted Luke. So I'm getting it. Do you think there's something to that?
Absolutely, I do. And I think that, look, I just think there's people that really, like, I do think there's people that were excited to get this, like, not only because it was Artisan. I just think it was a perfect storm of it's Artisan, it's limited, it's Star Wars, it's Luke, who's on the, you know, I mean, whether you think he's the top of the star, like, you know, I know people have different favorite characters, but he's definitely on that Mount Rushmore of Star Wars characters. And so I think that definitely had a big effect on it. I do think we're going to get another. I just think by the time we're said and done, man, in a couple years, we're going to have so many Artisan figures that I see it going in that direction. I feel like this will not be the last Luke Artisan we get. I could see us getting another Luke Artisan.
I think so too, probably
soon. Yeah. So again, Steve, I know you're into the whole thing, the books, the comics, the video games, and all that. I'm into the video games and stuff. I didn't know the character, and when I was sitting on that pre-order, I was kind of, and you know, I'm not trying to say like this is like a noble act of me to be like, you know, somebody else should get it. I really was just like, dude, I don't really want to spend almost $500 on this one. Like, that's what was like going through my head. Like, and I was like, and me and Steve had a joke that he had told me
more expensive than Anakin.
Yeah. And he had messaged me and he said, you don't get the coin with the Artisan. And I said, what? And so I joked around with Steve that I canceled because of that. I said, I got you, bro. I'm going to go cancel and get the skull.
So apparently this is showing that you do get the coin. Like, look at this one is.
Yes.
So this one is. So before it like didn't really show that. And then they ended up editing it. So now you do get the coin. You do get the coin. But
this did make me want. This did make me want, and I want to hear from you, Steve, because we haven't even really talked about this too much.
We got 62 in the house, though. I'm sorry to interrupt. We got 62 in the house. Let's go. New record.
Let's go, baby.
62 people.
Thanks for being here, man. Hit that like if you don't mind.
Hit that like and hit that poll. We only got 26 votes. I want to see what the
hit that poll. He says.
Hit the
okay.
Poll. Pause. You hit the like and you do the poll in the chat. All right. All right. There we go. Moving on.
And this, to me, it's like if this was the Return of the Jedi, Luke.
Damn it.
This would have been. I would have had that feeling that I had. Like, I would have just been like, oh, this is an easy one. It's kind of like with
dude, if this was if this was Return of the Jedi, Luke, I would have lost my shit.
Oh, people would have lost it if that would have been the limited one. Like, I know that all these stuff,
so
like
badass.
That would have been really tough on people to
like 1138 Dracula Skywalker. That's exactly what I saw when I saw this picture. Dude, this dude's like ready to suck the blood out of you. Look at that. Look at this, bro. This is straight up vampire shit right here. I thought the same exact thing. It literally looks like you take, if you cut from his elbows down, like if you cut from here down, this part I was trying to circle this, but cut from here, just look up at this top part, dude, straight up vampire, man. But anyways, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, dude, you're fine. I've been talking a lot.
We got Collecting Madness in the house. I'm interrupting you again. He says, happy Revenge of the 5th. You too, bro. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, go check out his channel as well. Doing some cool stuff over there. Stacy, I love everything Star Wars, but this Dracula Luke was a pass for me. Too many other ones that I want. Yeah. So this is a figure where it's really hard to not give in to the hype that it's Luke, and like knowing, I just have a feeling a lot of people out there, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like a lot of people out there like probably don't really care too much for this comic. And like this version of the character, and probably would have wanted something else. I'm getting this, but I would have preferred, like, honestly, I would have preferred a different Luke. I feel like I can confidently say that, and I feel like other people would say that too. I don't know how many people out there are like, oh my God, Dark Empire Luke, I can't, this is my favorite version of Luke of all time. I don't know if that's happening. Maybe there's somebody out there saying that. Love Dark Empire. I mean, he looks badass, dude. This is gonna be an amazing figure. He looks very cool. Also, this. I just want to touch on this real quick. Before I do, I want to get to some comments. Safel says, this would look awesome next to Vader. No doubt. No doubt. Mr. Blend says, grab my first Artisan, actually. Congrats on the first one. Went to see if you could get it. I guess I was lucky enough to catch it. By the way, it actually sold on eBay for $850. Oh, man, that's a pre-sale. That's crazy. That's expensive. This is a really good one right here from Collecting Madness. He says, see, I only ever wanted Return of the Jedi Luke. However, Tying this to my childhood with my dad made it nostalgic for me. And since I still have the comic to this day, I had to grab it. This is like an example of me of like, to me of like, damn, this is like, I want this figure. It's badass. It's really cool. Mr. Blend says, yeah, for me, it was because Artisan Luke with that hair, the value of it being limited, and legends. All these legends make hope for some OG fan favorites. Personally, I want Kyle Katarn. That would be dope to get a Kyle Katarn. I agree. Gambit says, I have the Dark Empire #1, so for me, it was Artisan or fail. It's going to look great with the Anakin Artisan. Dope, dude. Yeah. So like, that's what I mean. If you truly like, if you have Dark Empire #1, this is really sick, right? If you know what that comic is. And I would say like, it's a fair, like the comic's okay. With Luke being dark and stuff. Like, I don't know if it necessarily has like a huge effect on the overall plot of what's going on, but it's still pretty cool. Tighter FL says, this is a great question, dude. This is a great question. This is a Grand Admiral level question right here from the Grand Admiral Tighter FL. Will we ever get an Artisan that's not limited? And will Steve ever stop interrupting me? Let me know in the chat. Absolutely not. No. And this is the emoji that you are. You can see it in the YouTube chat, but not on this one. But then, Justin, what do you think about this, man? Before then I'll talk about the Luke's pants.
Yes. All right, I'm about to talk here, okay? About to talk, Steve. So here we go. Yes, I do think we will.
Wait a second. Hold on 1 minute. No, I'm just kidding, dude.
I knew you were gonna do that. That's why I was slow to get the conversation rolling. Not for a while. I think we will eventually, though. Again, interesting. I'm thinking that we're gonna just see. I feel like they definitely want Artisan to feel premium for a while. My concern is that the more Artisans they do at limited, the base figure, sculpted figure, is going to start creeping up there in price, and that's just I see it personally going that way. That concerns me a bit, but that's just the nature of things, you know. But I do think that for right now, I could see all Artisans being limited because think about it. It's an easy sellout of a figure right now. They're going to sell out every Artisan they put out there, and they're a business at the end of the day. You know, we're collectors, but they're a business, so they're seeing that collectors love limited pieces. I mean, whether it's manufactured limited or like a Crosshair. Sorry, Christian. Like a Crosshair where it feels limited because it's just out there and nobody, you know, the height. No, but Chris is dealing with that. Like, it's like, that's a figure he never thought would be this hard to find. That to me is like a true rare piece, where this is like it's limited from the get-go. You like it already has that hype around it. I don't see them getting rid of that anytime soon. I mean, this is like everyone that comes out, dude. It's a big event in the community. It's always a big, like, huge property. It's a big character. It's an in-demand character, and again, it sells out in minutes. I mean, so to me, it's like a no-brainer that they're going to keep doing. The thing that I could see happening is they up the Artisans. Like, this one was 3,500. What was the Jack Sparrow? Was that 4,500?
Oh, somebody in the chat can say, but I believe so.
Yeah.
Or
so
4,
all I'm saying is I could see that number raising up. Right now. I could see them doing like an Artisan to 5,000 or something and just test that out.
Yeah, like, Jack was 4,000.
Okay.
I think that's I think that's the highest it's gone. Maybe Anakin was what? No, Joker I think was 4,000 as well. And I think Joker was the highest before Jack. Let me look at Joker. Joker is 4,000. I think that's the cap right now that they've been doing. I don't think they've really gone above.
Yeah, something 4, must be telling them in their numbers like 4,000's like, because again, I personally thought they could have sold the 4,500, 5,000 Jacks, honestly. So they'll eventually start looking at that. And the cool thing about the Jack figure and the cool thing about this figure, the sculpted looks really damn good too. I mean, it looks really good. And
so the sculpt looks great. I'm gonna pull it up too.
So I like that. If Hot Toys continues to give us options, it's like me. I didn't I had to have the Artisan Jack Sparrow. Like, there's other characters I'm okay with having the sculpted. Like, I would love to get the Artisan Joker right now. I don't have him pre-ordered. I wasn't collecting when that thing went up for sale. But I'm okay with the sculpted on that because I think it looks phenomenal. So I'm okay with getting that, even though it's one of my like. No, it's okay. It's just an incredible character, but. I definitely am. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of Artisans coming out. I think it adds like a great Like, I mean, it's just it's like a fear of missing out. That's huge for collectibles, and they're seeing it right here. I mean, they throw out a Dark Empire Luke. This isn't even like, out of all the Lukes they could have released, you could argue that this one would be the one that would probably sell the worst in terms of what Artisan they could have put out.
Yeah, or if it wasn't an Artisan, if this was just a general release Luke. But everybody says that. Everybody says that, like, if it wasn't limited or it wasn't an Artisan, like, it would just sit, which I feel like that has been happening for every figure. Like, there hasn't been one figure that isn't limited that Hot Toys has had that's sold out like really, really quick that I can recall right now that wasn't limited. Maybe somebody in the chat could let me know one that actually sold out quickly. Like, I'm talking like within a week or two, that has come out in the past year or two. I can't think of one. So pretty much all this limited stuff is all selling out, you know, and obviously the Artisan. It's an easy way, like I said, it's an easy way to shift the market back to like picking up the hype. Because, like, what does this make you want to do? It makes you want to buy figures. It gets you excited about the hobby, right? It draws you back in. You get real pumped over it. So, yeah. Artisan is interesting. I think Seyful had said a comment. Where is it at? General release Artisan would be impossible to mass produce for Hot Toys. LOL, no way, Jose. I don't know if we'll get, like, I think it'll always be limited to an extent. I'm curious to see if the cap is going to rise though, because 4,000 is quite a bit. But the other thing is, if they keep pumping these out at this rate and they all are selling out, they're going to want to bump that number up and start saying, okay, let's do 4,500. Okay, let's do 5,000. And they're probably going to push the limit of like, okay, what can we achieve before something maybe is like teetering that line of selling out? And what can we also do? Like, how many can we also produce? Because the other thing is, like, 4,000 is not, like, that's no slouch when it comes to how many heads you have to root. Like, that's a lot of work to do all that. So one thing tells me, like, they have a lot of people that know what they're doing, because they're going to be doing this many of them. And now we have this Wanda, Jack, which I know Jack isn't as complicated, right? But like Wanda, Joker, Anakin, like, we're getting into the tens of thousands of figures once you start adding all these up. You know what I mean? So, like, I think it's going to be where can they plateau? And they're probably working. We got 70 in the house, baby. 71 in the house. What is going on tonight? What is going on, dude? 71 people in here.
Can I tell you what I did?
What? Fix your mic.
I posted it. I posted it 5 minutes on my Instagram that has 99 followers.
Oh my God, there we go. We got almost all 99 in here.
A bit.
If we get all of our followers in here, that'd be great. But 70 in the house. Thank y'all so much. I just interrupted my thought because I saw 70, a new record. Let's go.
We're just breaking records on Sneak Peek.
If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel so I can get to 1,000 subs and do a bunch of giveaways for you guys, please. But yeah, so awesome. I saw 71. I was like,
and now it's down to 43. Dude. Wow.
71 people listening to us. But so I think that's just like, it's a worthy thought conversation. Now we're back to 68. It's a worthy, like, that was a thought-provoking question. Thank you, Grand Admiral Tighter FL, for that. Question about Artisans that's not limited. I think we're always going to have it, and it's always going to be in a limited capacity until the hype level ends up dying down. Like, if they get to a point too where it's like, okay, now we're not selling out of limited, we're just going to open it up to the masses and see how many people pre-order within an X amount of time, and then we'll cut it off right there, and then that'll be that. You know, they could also do that. Think about if it wasn't limited, they just open it up, however many people ordered it. They say, this is how many orders we got. We're cutting it off right here, and that's it, right?
And another thing they're doing, Steve, is the coins. Again, Mondo, I got to give credit to Mondo, whether you like their figures or not. Mondo does a really cool thing where, like, for the first, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but like the first 3 days of a pre-order, they did it with McCready. They do it with a lot of the X-Men figures that are coming out. You get like a special accessory or like a different head sculpt or something if you order it within those first 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And you can still get the figure after that most of the time. Like, you could still get McCready. You could still get, like, as far as I know, I think you could still get that Rogue. I'm not sure if she went on waitlist, but I personally really like that model as well. Like, I really like that. And you're starting to see that with the coins. Like, some people don't give a shit about the coins, and that's great. You can wait to order it. But people that really want the coins, they create that, like, you got to get this now. We want your money now. We want your pre-order money now. Like if you want this right now, if you want this special coin, you got to do it in the next 2 weeks. Personally, I'm a sucker for I like little accessories like that. I just personally, for me, it's like if I'm going to pre-order it anyway, that's an extra like incentive. It's kind of like with John Wick. I pre-ordered that through Sideshow because I want that accessory. You know, that's not the deal with everything, but for the Maul, I wanted the 25th anniversary coin for Maul just because that's like a special character to me. So I like that model, man. I don't know what you thought about that, but
I really like it too. I think like, yeah, we'll go to the coins, and I know this one's like the power of the dark side. If you actually go to the event, like I think it's in Hong Kong, right? So you have to like actually be there. So that's cool. But like, I like it too. I think having like a coin, the coins are cool. I don't know. Like I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with these. Cause I'm like, these are all event exclusive coins and I'm getting a lot of these figures. Like I probably am actually going to want to like put these either in like a small little, like maybe line them up in a little like plaque type thing on my wall. Just like hang them on my wall and put them all in order or something. Like I want to do something cool with these. I don't want these to just sit in the box because they're like an event coin. I don't collect coins. I think these are cool. But I love the model of like Revan, Star Killer. Yeah. All of these like Luke, all the coin things. You have X amount of days. What is it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, depending on the figure. But I love that. If you want to drive sales as a business, great way to do it, right? Great way to, you know, incentivize people to pre-order. I think that's cool. And also I like the fact that it really makes you think about whether or not you really want the figure. You know what I mean? Because if you're like, oh no, I'm good missing out on this, then like how high is that figure on your list? You know what I mean? Like Darth Revan for me, you know, I getting the coin is a bonus that I want to have that because I'm really hype about that character. Also I could see people, I see the other side of this completely of people being like, I could not care less about this coin. I literally don't care.
Yeah, and that's what I like is like
you have a choice.
Yeah, you have the choice, and that's what I like. Like if you want to go through another retailer or whatever, that's cool. I want to just shout out Grand Admiral Thrawn's office. He had said that the Mondo doesn't have a bonus; it's just a window for the deluxe. So I appreciate that information, Thrawn. But yeah. So say like I was saying, it was a bonus. But he's just saying for the deluxe version.
So they have a window of ordering it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like the McCready came with like the mutated dogs from the thing. I think Bane, the Batman animated series Bane, I think actually comes with a different head sculpt. So I like stuff like that because like you said, if it's a character you really want, it's cool to have a limited piece to go with it. And I would like personally for them to put something on the base, Steve, like even like a little coin holder, like on the base that you could put right next to it. I would like to see something etched into the base. Yeah.
Or like just a thing because, you could, or you could like put a little kind of connector piece on there. I think that'd be cool too.
Just something that you can have displayed with it that kind of is like, hey, this is this is like a limited piece, or this was an event exclusive piece or something. Just something cool.
Yeah. Eric Heinke says plan to buy 9.8 Dark Empire since it's not expensive. There you go. Clinton Martin says, between Phantom Menace and Return of the Jedi, all the EU, right? Like Star Wars was all expanded universe, and then Disney basically turned it into Legends, right? Because they bought it and turned everything canon from whenever they bought it onward, right? 2014, 2015.
Right.
Let's see. Mr. Blunt says, it's true. I wouldn't have got 3 figures from Hot Toys if I didn't feel it was special or limited. So I feel like that limited aspect, I always talk about it, limited sell stuff.
Absolutely.
I mean? And I like having limited stuff in my collection. Tighter FL says, to me, they should have a 24 to 48 hour window to pre-order. Yeah, you got like make the decision now. I think that's like, the window is like kind of tricky, right? How do you determine that? Christian Cooper says, what was Artisan Anakin? Yeah, I think Anakin was 3,000. Yeah, Clinton Martin, 3,000. Thrawn's off says, I got the Artisan, but I'm also ordering the sculpted because I do think it looks better. Damn. Very nice. Mitchell Lawrence is in the house. What's up, Mitchell? Thank you for being here. I'm passing on this Luke, but Darth Maul's coming home. Yeah, Darth Maul's coming home for everyone. Safel says, sculpted looks way better. Always does for Hot Toys. Their sculpted hair is just, it's so good, man. So good. Hoonigan says, Umbra, he gone. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, 70. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Collecting Madness says, I'm way too hyped to receive that Artisan Anakin. Me too. And also he had a comment back here that said, I thought if they fix the likeness a tad, I may put the Artisan sculpt on my Return of the Jedi. I would consider doing this 100%. Like, I'm thinking about what can I do with this head sculpt too, you know, because then you could just take a sculpted head and move it over to this figure. I think like that's a potential for me. I might end up doing that. Emmy Dyson says Hot Toys is a figure company. It'd be nice if the bonus was a head sculpt or accessory. Yeah, I like the accessory bonuses. Like the one that I really like is like this Obi-Wan Kenobi, the goat coming out from the Kenobi show. How the sideshow, like the special edition, is that like box with the lightsaber hilts. I think that is such a cool, that is badass. Like that's actually a cool piece to have as a, like, I would not want to miss out on that accessory. You know, some people be like, man, I don't really care. It's a, like, what are you going to do with it? I get it. But for me, like, it's Obi-Wan. I want that special edition thing. Yeah. Safel says, yo, let's talk about Luke's pants. Been waiting for this moment. Great segue. Yo, this Luke's Vader pants are made of nylon, not pleather, says so on Sideshow. Hopefully the rest of the arms are the same. They are. So the whole suit, all in the arms, nylon. So this is the same thing that, like, so when I saw Star Killer, I was like, this is pleather. Like, this is like, Justin, you and I both said it. Like, I'm concerned about how the suit is going to be. So it's also nylon. And I think it's like, somebody was saying it's the same material kind of as like the Batman, like the wingsuit. I think that's so it's like a 9. This is a W. This is a huge win. The only thing is I wish they would have done this for Kenobi Vader. Just put it on that body. But wow, this is a W. If this nylon is a stretchy material that isn't gonna like get jacked up over time, that is a huge W. This should not, in my opinion, it should not be understated. If this is not going to peel and it's going to last, this is huge W for Hot Toys to have this. I think that this is excellent. Very happy about it.
What is that like windbreaker material? I know you don't have the Kylo, but like the Rise of Skywalker Kylo has like that windbreaker pant material.
I think that's kind of, I'm guessing that's probably like a nylon type thing. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have that figure, but I know what you're talking about. But I'm just glad they're doing something else. And it looks very good. Like, it looks so good that we both thought it was pleather. Yeah. Just like their other suits. So the look didn't change and it's nylon. That's awesome, dude.
And this is the stuff that I like to see on a premium piece too. Is like,
I hope they do it for Return of the Jedi. Vader, put nylon on. But I'm sorry, what were you saying for
no? I'm just saying I love seeing how Hot Toys is focused on this. Like I know, I don't know if anybody else is excited. I mean, again, I know it wasn't my favorite Indiana Jones either, but I'm really looking forward to that figure. I love that jacket. It's like real, the jacket, the material they're using for that and stuff. And I like how they're focusing on making the materials of the clothes better, the tailoring and all that. That stuff excites me personally. Like, that's my favorite stuff when I get a figure, like you were saying, Steven, like, you don't have to worry about all that stuff with the long-term damage, you know?
So I'm really hyped about Revan because, like, when you have a fabric suit and, like, you don't have to worry about any of that, it's just awesome. 1-6 shooters in the house. What's up, man? Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Says, couldn't care less about these coins. I don't need another thing taking up space. Fair point, man. Fair point. Like, it takes up space, right? If you don't care about it. And that goes for like other figures too, just like that aren't limited. Like, you get stuff that's just like, this takes up space. I don't need it, right? How many things do we leave in boxes, you know, especially like some accessories and stuff. I try to put them to use in other ways or put them in my case somewhere else with another figure. I try to do it, but it's tough. It breaks my heart that I got to leave a head, like Commander Cody. I have him doing like Execute Order 66, you know, holding the hologram with Palpatine. And like his head sculpt, which is an awesome head sculpt, is just in the box. I hate that. Yeah,
it's the same with Mando, man. Like, I honestly thought that I would be having that head sculpt on the whole time because I personally love it's. I have my Iron Man Mark III with the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt, but dude, I just can't take that Mando helmet off, dude. Like, it's just, to me, that's like the character, you know. So I'm the same way. I feel almost bad about it. I know some people say I could never sell it though because I love having the option. And if another figure, you know, I've even thought about doing what some people do, get that transport trooper or whatever and putting it on that for that scene. But
yeah, that's what I want to do, is get a transport trooper and put that's what I would use it for. Sorry, I just muted myself back.
No, do you see people getting this? Do you see people getting this figure and like what Collecting Madness was saying, like, hey, if I kind of get tired of this pose or whatever, or this figure, like, I'll put this on another Luke figure and see how that looks.
Put it on Farm Boy Luke. That's what my first thought was, like, put it on Farm Boy Luke.
Yeah.
Like there's people I'm going to do it when I get this. I'm going to test this on another Luke figure. If it's the same way, if it's the same like the way that the head attaches, I'm gonna do it. You know.
Yep.
Yes, we need future Vaders to be nylon. I agree. This is cool. I'm gonna put them in a coin case and then display it on a coin stand next to the figure, kind of like a Super Bowl coin or football coin. Yeah. I know you can get like coin cases and stuff and like hang it on the wall. I'll probably do something like that. I think that's cool. Brick says I can't wait for this Artisan figure. Yeah, I know Brick pre-ordered it. He's excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I didn't know
that. Let's see. This is interesting. He says Kaiju Daddy was saying the coin one is selling for tons more than without. Interesting. Very interesting. Big Dog Palm 1 says I got my first W hitting on Artisan Luke. Nice, dude. Congratulations, man. Congrats. There were a lot of people in this, so like I was in there and I got my spot in line. I opened up, like, I waited like a minute and I opened up another like non-logged in browser and it was like 6,200 in line. So like there was demand for this. It was like there was definitely demand for this.
I'm glad you brought that up, dude. So I thought I had no chance at it. Like I got in line, dude. I tried all the tips that everybody was giving me when I missed out on Jack Sparrow. Dude, I got in line. I think I was like 4,200. Like no BS. Like, and I was like, dude, there's no chance. Like, there's no chance I'm getting it. A lot of people must have had the sticker shock because they must have got in there and just went with the sculpted or something. I don't know, because the fact that when I got in, they had just put out the 90% message. Like, hey, 90% have gone to a galaxy far away or something. And I had just gotten in right then. So yeah, dude, I don't know if those numbers it was like a glitch or something.
I think a lot of people passed when they saw the price for one thing. Same. And like, I think people are probably like, oh, I just want to try to get in. They get in, they see that price tag and they're like, no, I'm not doing it. You know, I think that's part of it too. So like, there's always numbers that just end up running off and that's that. But yeah, I think that's part of it. I'm going to end the poll. We got 49 votes. Did you get Luke? End the poll. Yes. Artisan, 44%. No, 44%. Wow. 44% for both. 50-50. Well, basically, yeah, 50-50 split on those two categories. Yes, sculpted, 8%, and then yes, both 2%. 49 votes.
Steve, that makes sense to me, though, because honestly, let's be honest, man. If you really wanted this, I feel like this is the type of thing that I was talking about with variants and stuff. Like, I love having this as like a limited figure because, like, for you really wanted this, of course you're going Artisan. But if, I don't know how many people, and let me know that, like, we had 8% on sculpted. How many people do you think just wanted the sculpted and didn't want the Artisan for something this specific? Because I feel like this is a specific, even though it's Luke and it appeals to all Star Wars fans, this is a specific version of Luke,
Yeah.
So
yeah. I know there's people excited about the sculpted version too. I just want to real quick. I want to go to the sculpted version. We'll run through that real quick.
It looks good. Really good.
We'll move on.
Yeah.
But I think this looks really good. Also, we get 2 USB lightsabers, but they cannot hook up my dude Star Killer with 2 USB lightsabers. Come on, Hot Toys. Also, base, very cool. The base is very, very cool. This was funny. I was listening to Connor Hot Toys Hotline earlier, and like I was in his chat, and he brought up the Shadow Trooper with the red Death Star backdrop. And I literally, like, I'm on my phone, I type in there, like, I'm using this backdrop on, like, on my Dark Empire Luke. Because think about how cool that's going to look. This with that, like, red Death Star backdrop, that's badass.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said it, like, on his stream. Him and I are always thinking.
Did he stream?
A lot of, like.
He streamed today?
He did his earlier stream today. Out of nowhere.
Dude, I didn't even. Yeah, my bad. If Connor, if you're in the chat, dude, my bad, man. I usually stop by there and say what's up, but I had no idea he streamed today.
Wow, it's unforgivable. Don't cut him any slack.
It'll never happen again, Connor. I can promise you.
I don't know why I just left this collecting madness. I agree, Justin, and all caps on the screen for so long.
I think he's talking about everything I've said. He's like, I agree with that, dude. I do know. But we're seeing. Yeah, go ahead. This is a good.
I was gonna say, Thrawn's office is the make or break will be their weight. If they have some heft, I'll get a bunch of stands. That's a good point. Yeah. Like if they're really cheap and light. But like, hopefully they're nice. I want to get to a couple other people. We got Danny Spotchka in the house, channel member. He says, "What's up, you beautiful muffs?"
What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Thank you so much for being here. Go check out Danny. He just put up a collection tour He's doing some really good stuff. Just hit 300. So congrats to you, bro. 300 subs. Not an easy feat to hit to, get up that high. So keep on plugging away, dude. I've been enjoying his content as well. And thank you so much for hooking me up with my channel member badges. This is him right here, Danny Spotchka. Amazing artist. Go check out all of his stuff. But yeah, he hooked up all my channel member badges, my logos. Just the dude does a lot for me. So really appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
We got Nick's Collectibles in the house. He says, what's up, bros? What up, Nick? Thank you for tuning in, man. Good to see you in here. And we got Thrawn's office just smashing its grail emoji here. Yes, yes. Ooh, Aaron collects his 2 for 2 on Artisans. Got Anakin in this. Can't wait. Nice, dude. Very nice. Very nice.
When did the Anakin go up for? Was I in? Was I? I don't feel like I was, because I would have for sure went in for that pre-order.
It was Anakin and Joker are in around the same time.
Yeah, the ones those are the 2 that I missed out on. Like, and I think I even missed out on Wanda. Like before Wanda went live, I don't think I was actively collecting. Like I was, I'm not sure when she went up, but
October or no? I can tell you.
That's when I started. Was like October. Like, I mean, I was watching. I can tell you,
it might have been. I remember we were talking about it on Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a gun! Sign me out. I'm gonna look real quick. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah,
because that's an hour and 14 minutes.
Yeah, but Luke deserves it. Luke deserves that time in the spotlight.
So Luke also estimated to ship April to September of next year. So that's nice.
You got some time to pay that off.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Marefolk Bear is in the house. What's up, Marefolk Bear? Says, how many got 000? I did. Justin did not. But my 000 will be here Tuesday, actually. I'm looking at my thing right now. It says he is shipped. I almost kind of forgot about that he already shipped. Shipped on Thursday. Will be here Tuesday.
I missed that out on Anakin as well, Christian. Sucks.
Wanda is October 5th. Yep.
So yeah, so that was like right when I was getting into.
Right,
I remember telling you, like, I basically got my first figure like close to right on, like it actually got to me on Halloween. So that was
this Wanda, dude. This is the only Wanda I want in the collection.
That's one that I'll find a way to
Scarlet
get.
Witch.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a way to get that. And
so badass.
Yeah, dude.
But yes, I got 000. Trash Panda says Darth Maul 100%. What's up, Trash Panda? Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning into the show.
I'm ready for some Darth
81
Maul.
In the house, bro. Wow. Bless you all. I cannot believe it. 81 people in here, man.
And I know it's annoying when I'm not trying to be annoying, but if you haven't hit the like and you're in here, like, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be cool.
If you haven't hit the like, what are you doing?
I feel like some people might be like, I was going to do it until you kept asking for it. So if you'll be quiet about it, I'll hit the like.
Oh, look at this. Mark knew to come back. He says, hey, I'm back. Cannot sleep. Grand Admiral in the house. Let's go.
He kept tossing and turning like, what are they talking about on Sneak Peek?
Yeah. Kyle's in the house. What's up, man? I love seeing all these new names in here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hanging out with the Evil Empire here. I got the Artisan, but the more I look at it, the more I don't like it. Hey, you could always cancel it, or you could always end up, selling to somebody, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Justin said he'll be right back. Nick says, I think sculpted looks way better, to be honest. I like the look of the sculpted as well. Let me see if I can, hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh. I do not know why this happens. There we go. Oh man, it's going to make it, hold on. It will not let me exit out of this. I don't know why. It's like making me go back. So hold on one second.
I'm back to save the stream.
Hello.
Hey.
Hold on. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. For some reason, every time I pulled like these up and then I try to back out of them, it like glitches on me. I'm just trying to pull up the other Luke right now. There we go. Let's talk about sculpted real quick. Yeah, the sculpted, dude. They just kill the sculpted hair every single time. Every single time. We got the Hot Toys Nightmare in the house. He says, hello there. What's up, dude? Thank you so much.
What's up, man?
For tuning in to the show. We got Renz, the talent, Tolentino in the house. He says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. Appreciate it. And he says, daw. Cheers, cheers. Much love, brother. Much love to you. Much love to you, bro. Daw. Damn, Christian Cooper says, it sucks I missed Anakin. One person, like, I know One name I hear pop up, I've ordered a couple things from him, and Connor Hot Toys Hotline also I think talks about him a fair amount, is Jeremy Casa, which I think is Plastic Hero Collectibles. He might be able to hook you up potentially. I don't know if he has any left. I think I saw, like, it was weird, I saw a couple resellers have like that, a couple different resellers I follow, like all of a sudden popped up like got 3 Artisan Anakins left, so you could always check with him. Let's see here. Mark says 30 of those 80 are my bots. We got Frank Flores in the house. What's up, Frank? Thank you so much for tuning into the show, bro. Good to see you in here. MRC's video of the event is what's scaring me about the rooted version, says Grand Admiral Thrawn's office. Yeah, I didn't see it. I did not see it, but Clinton Martin says sculpted has way more depth with highlights in different colors. I still got Artisan. It's my way of compensating for missing Artisan Anakin. Artisan, I mean, like, just having, I know it's not a like full comparison, but, and I know it's not labeled as Artisan, but the Wonder Woman hair is done really, really well. And you can kind of make tweaks to it if you want. It's really easy to do that. So I'm confident after having, like, owning the Wonder Woman and seeing it in person, like, I'm confident these other Artisan figures are going to hit, to be honest, with the way that they're doing the hair. But they're just so damn good at sculpted hair. Looks so good.
Sculpted looks great, man.
Oh snap, can you send me his info? I'll message him now. You want to say anything else about this this hair? I'm gonna message Christian real quick on the Insta.
No, well, yeah, I'll have one thing to say. I totally get why people said, hey, I actually prefer the sculpted. The sculpted does look phenomenal, man. Absolutely. I mean, that looks really good. So that might be one I pick up at a later date. I'm not sure, but yeah, I totally understand it, man. Looks really good. And you know, I love those rolling eyeballs, man. Love it.
All right, Christian, I sent you a message on Instagram. I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah, dude, I think the sculpted looks great, man. Looks so good. That's it. That's all I got to say. Looks great. Look, cool looking figure. I'm excited about it. This looks cool down here, like this pose. Looks badass.
Yeah, looks
definitely
really
looks
good.
like a Dracula. Definitely looks like a Dracula, though. Okay. Shall we move on to this dude? Shall we?
Oh, let's go.
Shall we?
Let's get some Maul in the
Start
chat.
the night.
Let's get some Maul in the chat, baby.
Let's get some Maul in the chat. Dude, so everybody pretty much predicted that this was going to happen, right? Everybody pretty much predicted this. What one is this? Hold on, I'm going really fast, people. I'm going really fast. Because I was going to just go to the speeder version, but we'll just show this one, and I'll pull up some images of the speeder one too. But this was kind of like, this was probably the easiest prediction. I said it multiple times, like, throughout the week on various streams, and just, this was the easiest one, I feel like, that was, to me, kind of like a given for the Phantom Menace. Like, why wouldn't you do, like, everybody when they think of the Phantom Menace thinks about Darth Maul, right? So I feel like this was a perfect golden opportunity for Hot Toys to do a 2.0, and, like, this is a worthwhile upgrade in my opinion with how he looks. One thing at first too, this wasn't initially branded 25th anniversary. So, like, it was weird. This, like, logo up here was not up here until they, like, updated the photos or something. So I remember I was, like, talking to the Wolfpack guys. I was like, I don't think this is, like, branded Phantom Menace. Like, I think this is branded Power of the Dark Side, because that was, like, on the description, like, Power of the Dark Side Maul. So I'm like, oh, this isn't even going to be like a Phantom Menace. But then they added it in, so they didn't really, like, even like advertise it really as that, but they put it up there. And I like that logo too. Star Wars: A Phantom Menace 25 with Maul's face.
I love that.
I hope it would be also really cool if they, like, for each character they change the logo. Like, you know, when they do Padawan Obi that's coming, they, like, change his face a little bit right there. And just do one of those. But anyways, dude, everybody I know is really hyped about this. Mark, I'm not buying you this Maul. I said nothing. Trash Panda says pre-ordered. See you next May, Maul. Yes, cannot wait. Brad Cormack says, cannot wait to get my Maul in my collection. Yes, dude. Safel says, hit in the hay. Have a great rest of your stream, guys. Wish me sweet dreams, please. I wish you the sweetest dreams, Safel. Thank you so much for being here. Good chatting with you, man. So, what do you think, man? What do you think? Ooh, this is a good point by Grand Admiral Mark. I want to know how the packaging will be for this anniversary line. Great question, man. Great question.
Yeah.
I went with the same base for this figure. Man, I was hoping maybe they would change that up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the box as well, man. I really liked the 20th anniversary, like the Padme. I like that type of box. Again, with this being a DX, because I'm getting a DX. Yeah.
Hold on a second. So technically, they went back to MMS for this. Like they made it like it's not labeled a DX anymore. So it's like, yeah, it's like, so they went back to Movie Master. Like what is it? What does it MMS stand for?
Movie
again?
Masterpiece line or something?
Yeah, Movie Masterpiece series.
Yeah.
I forget exactly. It's Movie Masterpiece something. But,
even the one with the speeder, that's not the DX. Like it's just
it's just MMS. It's just branded. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're branded the MMS. I would have probably forgot to say that, but when you said deluxe, that came to my mind. So, and it doesn't make a difference. I guess it seems like deluxe now. They're going for like very selective stuff, and like all the artisans are deluxe now. So I don't know. But anyways,
yeah. No, I just meant the deluxe box for that Vader was just amazing, dude. The box art on that was fantastic. And so I was just talking about the box, like that would be another version if that was a DX that I would love to see. But yeah, I personally really I hope they do something similar. But yeah, I love the logo. Like I like having the box for the anniversary figures for sure. So yeah, but yeah, dude, this figure, like this is one of the most hyped I've been for a figure since I've started collecting, like that's been announced. You know, I felt like when I first got in, I was going back to see what was already on pre-order. Like I wasn't around for some of those announcements for those big figures that come out.
Yes.
And when this came out, this one was definitely one of the top ones for me, man, just because I don't have them all. Ooh. That was one of the first Star Wars figures I wanted, but I decided to wait because I knew that this time would come. Yeah, exactly, Renz.
Miss my savings.
And like you said, dude, it was the we all knew it was coming. It almost made so much sense that we almost tried to get too creative with like, what are they going to announce? But at the end of the day, man, when this got announced, it was like, of course it's a Maul. And me personally, I don't have them all, so I'm like super hyped for this, man. I've been going back and forth, but I cannot wait to actually get one in the collection, man. And this is going to be a special one for me.
It's crazy. I really like the DX 16 and 17. Like I have the 17 with the speeder, and like it's. I mean, I'm gonna get the one with the speeder. I want the USB power, like USB. I don't want to buy a dummy battery. I'm just gonna end up getting the other one and getting rid of the one that I have. So if anybody wants a speeder with a battery, it takes I think AAA's. So if you wanted that, you can hit me up. I don't know what I'm doing with the figure yet. I keep going back and forth. Do I sell the whole package? Do I take one of these alternate heads and then put it onto the body of the one that I have and sell the speeder like as a separate thing? Maybe. I'm but then like you see this photo and you see the new, like the updated body on the figure. The proportions of this figure are considerably better when you look at this picture right here versus, I mean, and all the other pictures. Like the proportions are better. The head, I always felt like his head on the DX 1617 was like compressed down a little bit and it like squished his face out, versus this, like they make it more narrow, kind of elongated, like in his, like the head sculpt. So I think like, I mean, everybody knows this is a great head sculpt. This is like super on point, right?
I love that sculpt. Trust me, that sculpt's amazing too, man. I love that sculpt right there. Like I just love it. That's to me like when you first see the character.
This looks like a photo of like, it looks like a photo of Maul, literally, like that people can get confused. Clinton Martin says, are these split cut boots? They are split cut boots.
Okay, dude, I've been
which is also a nice improvement.
That's so glad to hear, dude. I've been talking about that in my video. Like I could not tell if it was or not. And so I was thinking to myself that some pictures that showed that it could be and some that it didn't. So like I'm hoping for that for posability.
I'm pretty sure it's split. I'm pretty sure they're split cut. This looks split cut down here.
It does.
I can't really see it, but this looks like there's a line right here. I'm pretty sure these are split cut.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, when you see this, so you can just see how like his head is just wider right here versus this. It's narrow and elongated. And then also they one thing that a lot of people says is they made the red paint more accurate, and the tattoos are the tattoos just look a lot better too. I mean, I think it just looks it looks better. I will say I do like the screaming head sculpt. That's the one that I have on. Like him jumping off the speeder bike. So like I like this because looks really accurate like to the character, but there's something about the screaming head sculpt that I really like too. So I'm like, do I just keep like the figure? I just don't know. I just don't know. Also, it looks like some of this, I'm not 100% for certain, but it looks like potentially some of the material could be a little bit different. I'm not sure. Like this looks like it might be a little bit different. Could be the photos and the lighting, but
which one do you prefer, Steve? Like, how are you, what's out of the two head sculpts, where do you see yourself?
This
one for mouth. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, this is what's gonna happen. If I sell the one that I have, I'm probably gonna put this in the exact same pose, dude. I love that pose. Him like jumping off the speeder bike. Yeah, it's just really badass. And like I probably do it with this look right here. But then like there's something to having a second one of him like in the case with like, you know, Qui-Gon and the Obi-Wan that's gonna end up coming out, right?
Yeah.
I think
I don't know, man. I might be on an island by myself with this one, dude. But I personally prefer the other one.
This one?
Yes. I
don't think you're on an island at all. I think a lot of people are going to prefer. I think a lot of people are going to go back. I think some people don't like this one as much as this one.
Oh, interesting.
For the screaming. Like I said, I think this one's really cool, but I think this one looks more accurate to the character.
Yeah.
Like I don't think this is as accurate of a look, if that makes sense, like an expression as this one. His proportions of the head proportions just look so much better.
I just always liked Maul, like even when I've revisited the movie, it is, man, and that's what I remember about Maul. Again, you remember the fight scene, but I just remember him, those doors opening up, the look that he get. Like I like that more like determined look, I guess you could say, or more default head sculpt, just because I feel like to me that's like the first appearance I saw of Maul, like for the whole movie until he started getting. Like that's when the mystery was still there about the character and all that. Like, so, but again, like you said, dude, if you put in that pose,
look how badass this looks,
that's so sweet, dude. That is so cool.
So this is kind of how I have mine right now. This is very similar. This is very similar to the pose that I have right now. So when I saw this, I'm like, damn it. Like this head sculpt looks so good on it. Like this, you know, and his robes, I think his robes are really badass too to have on.
Oh yeah.
But there's something like this is almost exactly how I have mine, except his feet are both kind of in front. He's like got his like knee up like this. Very, very similar.
Let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
While we have it on this photo because it's relevant to this. Do you like the idea? Do you love how we're getting almost a vehicle without having to go buy a vehicle?
Do I love that?
Yeah, like to me, it's like I wouldn't have bought that. Like I like how the base is the vehicle. Does that make sense? Like I like how, like, of course.
You're like how you can use that as like, if you want to get the speeder option. The speeder's nice. It's not like you can see up in my up in my corner right here. That's where Maul is. Like he takes up a good chunk of space. I just have him kind of like in the side of the case. It's a big piece, but I don't think it's too big for a lot of people. Like I think for some people can fit this in a DTOF. So I think like if you can fit it in a DTOF, that's a good. But
that's what I'm saying. Like are we going to get it?
Yeah.
It's looking like probably 100%. No, but that's what we kind of talked about with like the stuff that they had, the young Ahsoka and Ahsoka Anakin on, like those pictures we saw from the event. That's what we were kind of talking about. Like if they did the Phantom Menace. Sorry, gosh, can't talk. Phantom Menace Anakin, that you could build like a smaller like pod seat or something. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be cool to start getting this with the bases. I really like that because, you know, for me, it's like vehicles take up so much space. I like how this one, the Speedster is part of the base. I really like that.
Yeah. This makes it look like deceivingly smaller than what I feel like it is in person though. This picture.
Oh, interesting.
Like it's still like pretty sizable. Like the way that this is like the picture's drawn back a little bit and like It's still like pretty sizable, but I 100% agree with what you're saying. We need a Savage press. Yes, we do. Yes, please. Yes, please. Miami's Nemesis says, can't wait for this one. I have the Sideshow Maul. Sideshow Maul is actually looks pretty good, but I feel like that one's going to really dip in value now seeing this one. Clinton Martin says, this will be my first Maul as well. I don't need this with the speeder. Yeah, I see a lot of people just getting the standard version too, because a lot of people just don't have space for it. And that's that. Yes.
Yeah, I've decided with having, since I'm getting these figures like where they have the USB portability, man, for me, it's like I want to stick to like getting USB. So when I heard that, because my whole display will have those connectors, like just all USB, hopefully. So that's, to me, that's a big plus, as well. So, yeah, it just looks so good. I mean, what else is there to say other than absolutely day one pre-order? I think most people are, definitely picking this one up. I think there's enough improvements, even if like you, Steve, you have it already. For people like me, like who don't even have one, this is an easy decision. But for you, I'm sure because you're a huge Star Wars fan, do you think for most people it was still an easy decision just to at least pick up the collector's edition version?
I don't know, dude. The speeder's so awesome. It's just like, I think the majority of people are probably going to trend towards not doing the speeder because it saves you money and it's not doesn't take up as much space. Yep. And I think too, there's value for people to have the older Maul who are probably going to want to just reuse the second head sculpt. I'm guessing it's magnetic too. And you just put it right on there. If they don't make it magnetic, that'd be kind of crazy. And then it won't fit. You have to get like a custom.
That sculpt looks so good.
Yeah, this is dope. This is dope, dude.
And I'm loving how we're getting two different sculpts.
Like this.
Again,
this looks
so
dude,
good,
man.
Oh, that's how. See, that's personally how.
Look at that.
Something like that. The tailoring on this thing, we haven't even talked about.
It's like I would do this. This is what I would go robes off if I'm going to do just a standard look.
I see myself changing the display with Maul a bunch because there's like that's iconic to me. That's iconic.
This is badass.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to have both versions. That's why I would almost say, man, I wouldn't blame you if you kept your other one and put the other sculpt.
But then
on.
again, dude, like, yeah, but the body just looks like I know like the head sculpt is updated, but also his body proportions are considerably different to me, and maybe people don't think that like it's as different, but like it looks a lot different seeing the photos when seeing him in person. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, the tailoring on it is fantastic. He just looks so cool, man. I mean, it's why we fell in love with the character back in '99, man. I mean, it's like he's just such a badass looking character, like, and he's gonna just look phenomenal.
Collection Obsession says, think I might have to get my first CCFL lightsaber from Maul 2.0. Damn. Yeah, I got mine for Battle Damage Vader.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Collection Obsession.
Finally pulled the trigger. This is not cheap for a CCFL. It's as much as a figure because it's two blades.
Well, then never mind.
It's expensive. Like you're probably going to pay $260 or something like that, maybe around there. Because I think a normal CCFL is like 130. I think typical is like 136 shipped or something like that. I guess it depends on who you buy them from. I got mine from Chris Custom Saber.
Yeah.
Sabers. Let's see. Yeah, Mark's saying the old Scream is cool. Would want it for my Clone Wars Maul. Yeah, a lot of people are putting like, I need to get a Clone Wars Maul. I don't know. I don't. It's hard to get rid of my DX-17. I just don't need to. I'm not going to need the speeder. Brad says he's using the closed mouth head sculpt. Collecting Madness says I never cared for the Screamy sculpt, but I do think the new one is accurate to the film based on what he did. I watched yesterday. Yeah, I think the new one's a more accurate representation and look as well. Yeah, Ren says the 2.0 snarling sculpt is a better representation of Maul. I think that's a really good way to put it. It's just a better representation of the character. He does not scream that much in that wide of a mouth.
And I feel like he was way more menacing. I feel like even though the fight scene was badass, I feel like before he even fought, like you were just like that was just such a menacing look, like just seeing him,
Yep, 100%. Cage says, just read the Phantom Menace re-release made 15 million so far, dude. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy for a re-release movie. 25 years
Fall,
ago.
and that definitely hurt Fall Guys box office. I saw that made like 28 million. You definitely,
that impacted that
like,
for sure.
Oh, absolutely, it did. That would have made. I really believe that would have made probably 40 million if it wasn't for Phantom Menace, man. I mean, the hype around that 25th.
Yep. Collecting Madness says Sideshow Mall was good for me, but now it's time to move on. Yeah. Yep. Jeffrey says, after watching episode 1, I kind of want the speeder. What's up, Jeffrey? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, the speeder's awesome, man. Like, so I'll say this. What I'm probably going to end up doing is selling the speeder separate. I just don't like the thought of having like then an incomplete DX17, as silly as that sounds, because then that speeder is not a part of it. And then I have the box of the DX17, but I just have the figure. Like, it really shouldn't bother me, but there's something about that starts to bother me when then I have something that's incomplete. I just don't like it. But then again, I'm like, I'm going to want a second body to have this sculpt on. You know what I mean? So when I say it that way, I'm probably going to end up keeping the other one to do the another look. But Christian Cooper says, Steven, how you figured did you get your speeder version, the speeder version or the regular? So I kind of just explained it a little bit, but I'm probably going to get the speeder version. I did not pre-order it yet, but I probably will. Justin,
Speeder.
You're going speeder?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Excuse me. Did you already pre-order?
I pre-ordered this one. Yeah. This was a
nice,
true, like, I know
congrats.
sometimes I'll say it's a day one pre-order and like I'll technically order it like maybe the third day or something. But this was a true like day one pre-order for me. I wanted to kind of, dude, this is just one I wanted to make, I wanted to like go ahead and get it. And plus I want the coin, as silly as it sounds. Like, I just want the coin for this. So,
and remember, this is a limited release, right? So, it is 18 days, 13 hours left, limited release. So you have 2.5-ish weeks.
That's the eyes on this figure, man. Like, again, I know I sound like a broken record, Steve. I know you agree with me on this 100%. The rolling eyeballs, like, it's like with this mace coming up. I'm just irritated that doesn't have the rolling eyeballs. Rolling eyeballs to me are a must on every figure for stuff like this, dude. Like, look at the eyes on this figure, man, and the different things.
I think it's difficult, like, for like figures that have, like, he's got head detail. Like, for figures that are bald, like, you have to be able to get, the something off to get access to the eyes. So I think like the Padme is kind of different with how the headpiece is, right? Because you can access the rolling eyes a little bit differently. I think that was part of it. I can't remember.
Her, like, the back of her like bun or whatever, like the hair that like it like comes off, and
so it's like a little bit of a different thing. I need to look at something real quick, because hold on, where's this?
But I don't think that's how you get to the rolling eyeball in that Padme, though. I think you have to take the head sculpt off completely.
So I don't know, but I think this front panel here also looks different than the first one. Yeah.
I just know that was when you go to the last picture where it shows like the whole thing. I think that's part of where it says like USB. I don't know if it's different than the first one. I just know that
this front panel looks different with this whatever. I mean, it's probably just a sticker. I don't know, but it looks different. It looks like they updated it. Where's the
see right there, top right? Yep.
This panel is different. The other one on their website, I'm looking at the older version. It still lights up, obviously, but it looks different. It doesn't have the same coloring on it. So it must be.
And I love how many hand options you get with this one too.
Oh yeah, dude. This figure is if it's anything like the I mean, it is. You get a lot of stuff. This droid is cool too. Even though it'd be cool to have multiple of them.
Yeah.
Brad's not getting the speeder. I think I already said that one. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Yeah, man.
That was pretty good. I'm losing my voice.
That was
Batman
good.
Collectibles. The Grand Moff says, I can not wait for this Maul. Let's go, dude.
Same.
And he's got a Qui-Gon en route. Yes.
Now, I have a question. I have a question, everybody. With this being announced, is it safe to get the Qui-Gon, or by the time this releases, by the time you actually get this in hand, will they have announced another Qui-Gon 2.0 or anything like that? Like, do you think it's safe for people in anticipation for this to go ahead and get it? Like, what do you think?
So hard to say, man. It's
Yeah.
so hard to say. I could see both sides of it. If Hot Toys isn't going to do it, I could see them doing it and maybe updating a couple things. What would I want? An Artisan Qui-Gon and then a sculpted option with new hair, because the hair on the current one, it kind of limits his posability with his head. You can't really turn it that far. It also stained my robes pretty bad, but I ended up getting it out. That was a process.
They have to give us. They have to give us. But you know how you were talking about the troopers with the base that's got like the light up thing behind the troopers. We need those doors that close. We gotta
cool.
have that.
Like the red panel.
We have
just
to
include
have
like a plastic panel or like an thin acrylic sheet. That'd be cool.
Yes. If they're definitely going to give us Padawan Obi-Wan at some point. We have to have that, dude. People
Padawan Obi-Wan's
recreate that scene.
I think Padawan Obi-Wan's the next one. I think he's the next one being announced. I'm going to make that prediction now. Padawan Obi-Wan has to happen.
Yeah.
The initial logo of them teasing this IP was Maul and Obi-Wan fighting. Like that figure. I will be in great pain and I will be upset if they do this line.
We're for sure
they don't
getting
do Obi-Wan.
Like you said, are they going to do?
It's got to happen,
dude.
dude.
Is it going to be a part of the 25th anniversary, or is it going to be just
it's going to be 25th. Yeah. I was honestly more confident that a Padawan Obi-Wan was coming out, like more so than the 2.0 Maul. Like Padawan Obi-Wan is the one I thought was like a given based on like this line. Like you cannot do. This is the Duel of the Fates we're talking about. Like you cannot. This is one of the most important events in all of Star Wars. You have to do Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And here's the thing,
have
dude.
To do it.
The prequel trilogy is at an all-time high for other than when it came out, for like that nostalgic wave and everything. And especially with the sequel trilogies not being received as well. You got a lot of the TV stuff still going on that's getting really good. Like, people are hyped for that, but they have to go so deep on this line, in my opinion. Like the fact that we got that many figures from Attack of the Clones, that just makes me think that we're going to get a ton from Phantom Menace.
Maybe they do.
At least I'm hoping so, man.
Maybe they really give
at
the
minimum, we got to get those two characters, dude.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good point. Like right now, the prequel trilogy is like at its peak of who likes that trilogy and who's collecting. Like they got to take advantage, right? Like that's everybody our age and a little bit younger, a little bit older. Like this is the time right now. This is peak prequel collecting time. Like you gotta capitalize. You did that many for Attack of the Clones. You gotta capitalize with Phantom Menace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless Disney is telling them like, hey, this is just like 25th anniversary, do a few figures and that's it. You know what I mean? I hope not. Because this is big. Bloody Ed says I wanted more Old Republic figures. Darth Revan stole the show for me. Let's go. Revan figure of the year 2025. Could be challenged by 2.0 Maul though. Kyle says I went with the speeder version. I don't have space for it now, but I might in the future. That's a great future-proof move.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. I'll find space.
You're spending what? You're spending like 120 more bucks to get the speeder. Yeah, I think it's a smart move. Vader's orders in the house. What's up, man? Thank you so much for tuning into the show. With Tales of the Empire just releasing, do you think they'll finally make the Fourth Sister Hot Toys available for pre-order? I think they've got to do both like Fourth Sister, Fifth Brother. Like you got to give us those. They've been showing them so many times for Kenobi. They keep showing them on all these different cons and all these different displays. Power of the Dark Side. They've shown these figures at so many events now. And like, if you're going to show us that this is what a proper Kenobi display looks like, you need to like start thinking about announcing those too.
Yeah.
I do think that they're going to happen.
Yeah.
Collection Session says Maul 2.0 clothes look more tailored.
Yeah. I love the tailoring on this thing. Looks great.
Grand Moff Batman Collectible says, not even sure if I need the speeder, but I'd rather order it and have it. Yeah. Eric Heinke says, I'm keeping my DX17. I know there's going to be people that do that for sure. Clinton Martin says, do you think the new sculpt will look right on the old body? I think it'll look fine. I do. Thrawn's off says I can't go CCFL because I'd have to have every figure with it. That's kind of how I feel right now.
That's a good point there.
Probably going to go Fusion Reactor version to match the Hot Toys figs I have that didn't come with USB. Fusion Reactor is just as expensive though. That's the other thing. Like Fusion Reactor, if you get the ones that are, this is the thing is, well, I guess you could get Fusion Reactor. Maybe Thrawn's office is talking about Fusion Reactor does it where like, he can do the lightsaber arm. So like he can make the lightsaber arm into USB power essentially. So what it does is then you plug that in and you have constant light through it. But the one that he does custom hilts, like they're 3D printed and then they're painted. They're like a resin hilt, but the pricing of them is the same as like a CCFL, I think. This is a really good point. Clint Martin says Black Adam is bald and has purrs. Yes. So like they would have to do this. This is a good point. So I don't know why Mace doesn't. This is a really good point. Maybe the system was updated for Black Adam, but I don't know. Hold on one second. Gotta check on something.
Yeah. You gotta check out a little something. While you're doing it, I'll keep rolling here. Yeah, dude, I think that what Thrawn said was such a great point that I wasn't even thinking of like, if you get one with those lightsabers and it looks just better than all the other ones, it's like, that's gonna, you're gonna be like, damn, now I gotta have them for all of them. So that was a great point, Thrawn, that I wasn't even thinking of, dude. Like, that is very valid, unless you just have it like in a display on its own or whatever. But yeah, at this point I want everything USB, just because with the Vader base and all these other things, I definitely want to have just it all be consistent, to get like a consistent look right there. But were you able to check out what were you able to check it out?
I did. So yeah, like, so that there's like a photo, like there's a photo right now in the groups of a Qui-Gon Jinn floating around that has rooted hair. It's a custom. Somebody got like a custom head sculpt for it. Looks really cool, but I think he ended up posting like Artisan Qui-Gon, and then then in the comments he was like, oh, it's a custom figure. So, or a custom head sculpt. That's what it was. Clinton Martin says different colors on the control panel. Yes, it is. It is. Collecting Man says, well, considering I already have a Qui-Gon, I'd rather see an Obi-Wan. Yeah, Obi-Wan is going to happen. It's got to. It's got to. Venom Collector, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Don't buy backwards in this hobby. It always burns you. Yeah, like 2.0s are kind of inevitable at this point. So if you're going to go backwards, do so at your own risk. You just never know now, right? Batman Collectible says Qui-Gon is cheap enough. If it was 300 to 400 easy pass. Yeah, 220, not a bad price. So this is where for me, like when I got into collecting, it was a buyer's market, and I went backwards a lot, and I did a lot of bundle deals and stuff. Like I was willing to take the risk, right? We talk about this a lot. I was willing to take a risk to go backwards on some figures. And also, like, I kind of bought figures that were older in mind of like, okay, if this got 2.0, like, would I be okay with that if this eventually does, and you buy it at that price? I think this is a good point. If it was 300, 400, I'd probably just wait. But that's a pretty decent price for something that may not even get re-released. You know what I mean? Ben Thomas shows us check Instagram chat. Thank you, Ben, for sending me the Qui-Gon.
No, that was good, Ben. Like I said, dude, that would have been.
I didn't know I didn't see that comment until just now. I didn't want to spill the beans on who it was, but thank you, Ben Thomas.
Yeah, no, but dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and put out something for everybody. Like, I'm just telling you right now, I've had to pump the brakes a little bit on the Attack of the Clones line, just because I'm hoping that we go super deep with Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is a line that I don't know which figure would come out that I would be able to say no to. Like, it's got the most nostalgic pull for me, like it does a lot of us, just because for a lot of us that that are around the same age as me and Steve, like, this was the first theater experience we ever had with Star Wars, and so to me, that pull is like, I want every figure from that movie. Like, I will collect that line no matter what figure comes out, I feel like. So I want it to be really deep and cool, but I at least want to have like those big figures coming out. Like, I want to have Maul, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, You know, I want Queen Amidala. I want Jar Jar. Like I want like the big, you know, at least that.
Give us all the main ones, right?
I'd be happy with that.
To have a little Anakin. I just don't know if Hot Toys is gonna go that route, but if they did a young Anakin, that would just be amazing. You know, I feel like that'd be a really cool figure to get. I don't know, man. Their track record is not great, right? Yomo, what's up, Yomo? Thank you for being here, bro. Always good to see you, man. There's no way that they don't do an episode 1.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when at this point. Like, you know.
Yeah, my business says, what about a boy Anakin, Jar Jar Binks, and 1/6 scale pod racer? I don't think a pod racer is going to happen. It'd be cool if they did like a cockpit or something, but sometimes for me, like those types of like where they do cockpits or like small parts, like I'm not huge into those where they only do like a partial of something. Like I'd rather just have like the entire thing. You know what I mean?
I would too, but I would take that. And he has 2 like that you could do. There's 2 options that you could do with that look, whether it be with the pod racer or towards the end of the movie when he's in the I forget what the ship's called, but you know, he's in the thing with help me out. Do you know what that ship's called?
Talking about the Naboo Starfighter?
Yeah. Sorry, I just blanked. But there's 2 different options you could do there, and I think that for that character in that movie, like his most iconic scenes take place in a vehicle. So I feel like that would be really cool. I'm totally with you, Steve, on I'd prefer to get the whole thing, but I would actually like to see that. I'd rather have that than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, the vehicle thing is interesting. It's interesting. Space, a lot of money. I'm lost in my chat. Where was I at?
No, that's good.
Sebulba, Watto, and Pidroid. It would be really cool to get Watto. I could see them doing that. Like I could see them doing a pit droid again. They just did it with the R5D4 pit droid and like the kind of like the BD style droid. I could see them potentially doing that. Thrawn's off says, "Did I hear future proof? Better order those modus now, you butt munches." Yeah. Where are those modu cases? Watto would be dope. I would 100% get a Watto. This head sculpt on Brian Herrera. What's up, Brian? Thank you for tuning into the show. He says this head sculpt on the Clone Wars Maul will look so good. 100%. I've heard a lot of people saying that too. Like, oh, I'm putting this on Clone Wars Maul. And Thrawn's office says, correct, Steven. He must be the Steven must be rubbing off on him from actually he's one of the only person that called me Steven, and then Connor started doing it. It was really Thrawn's office who started it all. He was talking about the arms from fusion reactors. I haven't collected backwards so much. It'd only be a few of them.
I just don't know why Thrawn's office isn't being called Grand Moff. Thrawn's office.
It's actually Grand Admiral Thrawn's office. He's not Grand.
He's not Grand Moff yet?
Nope.
Oh. He probably saw that you weren't even calling him Grand Admiral, so why is he going to up the...
I don't say it every time. Sometimes it's hard to say it every time when I have so many comments.
Everybody in chat, did Steve not say that it would be every single
I just said
time?
Addressed in chat as such. I didn't say every single comment. Grand Moff Thrawn's office. This sounds great. Love it.
Clinton Martin has a great comment. We can get to it later, but make sure to highlight that one, dude. I totally agree with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. We got Tristan Chandler in the house. What's up, bro? He says, sorry I'm so late. What up? What up, fam?
Hey, Tristan.
What's up, dude? What's up, man? Good to see you.
Thanks for being here, man.
Grand Admiral Thrawn's office says, Tristan, how dare you? It's okay, bro. It's okay. Anakin and Watto from Merfolk Bears. Yeah, that'd be a really cool set. Be a cool 2-pack.
That would be cool. That'd be a
cool 2-pack. That would be that was one when I was in Black Series. I was like, please give us an Anakin and Watto 2-pack, which I think maybe they've done Anakin now. I think they just did young Anakin potentially. Did they announce in Black Series? Maybe
yeah.
Collection?
They have
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one Naboo Starfighter. Yeah. Oh, he's just saying the name of it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
Clinton says pre-pod race pod where they're fixing it and just have the pod on the ground. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Something like that would be cool. That's what it'd have to be.
Yep.
I'm not gonna highlight Thrawn's office's comment. It's actually Grand. Okay, I'll highlight it. You refuse to add that category. I'll add it for a very high price.
Hey, and Thrawn will pay it. Thrawn will pay it for that.
Krivos 1138 says, I can see battle droids coming for sure. I could see them doing the standard battle droid. You know, I feel like that's a really good choice too. We got the Geonosis one right. Like I could see him doing the tan ones 100%. But Droidica, I know people are saying Droidica. I think like the only thing that sucks is if they do it, I don't know if they're going to have like the bubble. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they'd include that because how do you pack that in a box?
See, I think it would
really
be part
deep
of the
box.
base. I think it would probably be part of the base that you would click in, and it would like come. It would like click.
It would
in
be
in the
cool.
back
I
and come
could I
over.
could see it doing like maybe not coming all the way up and over. I could see maybe it
Right.
like starting like on
Yeah.
the back of it or something like
like
that.
it's getting
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
B1s would
for
be
sure.
cool. Yeah. Yeah. Can B1s. Yes, great point. Now we're into the Phantom Menace, what we think we're gonna get, but oh brother, I did do a poll.
I mean,
Oh,
I think when
excuse me.
people see the Maul, dude, I think that's the first thing that people come to mind is like, now what else are we getting? They've
Crap.
already thrown out the first
I'll do a
figure for
poll.
25th. Yeah. Like, obviously, I think everybody would probably vote Obi-Wan, but I'm very interested to kind of hear, like, Amidala. Like, I know that would be a popular one. Jar Jar Binks for some people. Anakin, obviously. Yeah, dude, I just hope they at least go. I mean, they got to do it just like they did Attack of the Clones, right? I mean, we got to
I
get.
started a poll.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm voting.
Eric Hanke says Battle Droid and Battle Droid on Stap, since they teased that several years ago. I mean, the Stap is a repaint from Anakin on Stap, so they could easily do it on the Stap. Yep. Bloody Ed says diecast General Grievous Instabuy. So there was that picture that popped up, right? General Grievous coming soon that was shown on Sideshow, or that somebody put up a photo and it looked like a legitimate screen cap of General Grievous coming soon, and it was grayed out, no photo, and then it was taken down. So there's like potential that I think General Grievous, like now they also are showing General Grievous in Tales of the Empire. I think there's a potential General Grievous might happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like we need a General Grievous too. Like we got to have that character. He's so badass, man. I think it's probably gonna end up happening. Yes, dude. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but with this, but can we please get Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, and Jedi Council members? I agree.
See, those characters would be great to
wholeheartedly
have on an anniversary line, or, like kind of like they're doing this dark side line. Like, I feel like those characters I think would sell regardless, but I think they would sell even better if they were, those are the kind of characters you might want to put on an anniversary box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these would be really cool to get. I think it's a great opportunity to do,
For sure.
to do Jedi.
For sure.
What about Boss Nass or Newt Gunray? Dude, my lord, is that legal? Oh, every time I just feel like saying that line. I'll make it legal. Stacy says, I'm convinced Padawan Obi-Wan is coming this week. I'm telling you, man. Well, actually, hold on. Do we think Padawan Obi-Wan is going to be announced before the Kenobi show Obi-Wan gets released? That's my next question.
I'm going to guarantee that we are going to get Obi-Wan something this week. It's either going to be the release or it's going to be the
Guarantee.
I'm guaranteeing it this week.
I mean, we are kind of, it's May 5th. Like, we got to get Obi-Wan.
They have to, like, if they don't capitalize on all this hype, the movie just made $15 million, 25th anniversary, like we talked about. It, like,
Dude, they
Star
don't care
Wars
about-
is
they
at the
don't- dude.
peak.
Look at Jedi Survivor, the video game. They dropped a Scout Trooper commander. This game is blowing up, selling millions of copies, and they didn't even drop a Cal Kestis, man.
Yeah, but
At the
this is
peak,
different.
It had one thing from the video game.
This
They don't
is
give
way
video
different,
games enough
though.
respect.
They don't, but this is way different. Like, people that don't even watch the movies could see a Maul and kind of, they almost know that imagery from like the ads or whatever. Like, it's just
Sure.
different beast. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree with you. The video game.
We got to get Obi-Wan, man.
Oh,
Give
for
us a
sure.
Kenobi
dude.
Obi.
And I'm
The
telling you,
Kenobi
man, we need to at least, that's what I'm saying. We got to get some Obi news. Like, it's that other one got pushed back. Clone Wars got pushed back. Like, we got to have it. I'm guaranteeing. I'm going to go ahead and guarantee it. So we'll come back. We'll
Guaranteed. See
revisit
you
this
next
at some
week.
point. Yeah, guaranteeing it, y'all.
There's a poll up. Go hit it. 26 votes.
As Steve would say, get on the poll.
Go hit the poll.
Go hit the poll.
Clint Martin says naked 3PO, young Padme, Yoda, all the Jedi Council. Yeah. What about Captain Panaka? Would anybody buy a Captain Panaka if he was announced?
100%. I would. He was
I
in
would
one
too.
of my. He was
I
in
would
one of
too.
my. He was in my video of which 5 I think could get announced. That would be a surprise.
Great question, Tristan. Where's Mace? Where's Attack of the Clones Anakin?
I hear you, Tristan. I want those figures so bad.
Yes. Thrawn's off says anyone who makes a Hot Toys guarantee is insane, but I love it. Yeah. Okay. Somebody also, I forget who, somebody made a comment. I need to go back because I saw a comment about light side, dark side. Who said that? If you're in the chat, Let me know. Somebody said something about is there any chance Hot Toys does this is coming back right here. Clinton, it was him. One I just had pulled up. So they did a dark side event this year. When do you think they do a light side event? Later this year or next year around this time? I think dark side was kind of pushed as like an actual, like just something that Disney was kind of pushing for all of their merch. I don't know if they do a light side event where they just showcase like a bunch of Jedi and stuff. I don't think they would necessarily do it, but I'm not 100% sure. That's my take. Justin, you got anything to add on this?
Yeah, I mean, again, dude, I don't think it's a bad idea, but like Sith and like dark side stuff, like that just always just sells so well that like Steve said, it wasn't just Hot Toys, weren't they doing it?
It was everything.
The
it was like,
yeah.
It was Lego and stuff too. And
yeah. So I definitely think that with the success of this event across Lego, across this, I definitely don't think this is the last event we see that's kind of not just an anniversary event. Like they're starting to realize like, hey man, if we just make different events, like every year we can have an event, like Star Wars Celebration, all this different stuff. So a lot of potential, man. I mean, I do think having this Legends line should excite everybody in my opinion, because like Steve said, now they might go into some more video game stuff. So people that are really into the video games, maybe we'll start to get some of those characters. We'll see.
They really need to go more video game stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll drop Calcastus, Lightside Revan, Whitwer, Starkiller, Basilisk, and during the Lightside event. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if they did something like that. Thrawn's Office completed Attack of the Clones and will happily do the same for episode 1. I have problems. I'm sorry, I meant Grand Admiral Thrawn's Office. And Grand Admiral Christian Cooper says, EvilSneaker, how you figure $5.95 for Crosshair?
This is the first one you've mentioned to me that I'm like, there's a small part of me. Christian, let me ask you this while Steve's thinking.
How bad do you want it, dude?
That's what I was going to say. Look, this is a lot of money, right? But if you're going to pay $500 for it, like, what's your number? Like, if you're trying to get it at $400,
see, once you get into this level, once you get to $500, it's always like, oh, if I got to pay $100 more or whatever. Like, I'm going to get it. Like, $100 more isn't that much. I'm already paying X amount of money.
That's what I was going to say.
What price do you get to where you're like, well, I'm already paying X amount of money, so fuck it. I'm going to just go buy.
I would say if your number's 500, if your number was 500 of like, if I get one for 500, I'm getting it. I would seriously consider just going ahead and getting it at that price. For me, I wouldn't go above 400 personally. That's just me though. But I don't have the attachment to the character like you do, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to answer because you love the character, you love the show.
That's about as low as I've heard somebody getting one under 6.
Yeah, dude. Point. I mean,
let me ask you this. Let's say this figure settles, like the low level of this figure settles at like 450 eventually. It's like, okay, Crosshair's hovering around 450. That's kind of his value. Would you be okay paying $5.95 at this point in time? Say a year from now, his value drops to like 450. Can you be like, can you be like okay with that?
And will you be okay not having this to talk about in future live streams? This is a big thing. You've become the Crosshair guy. Just like with Steve getting the Lando. Great act by Cage. Cage did a great thing. Grand Moff Cage did a great thing. But now we don't have that joke anymore. Are you okay with not having this discussed in the chat anymore? That's a big selling point, Christian, that you got to think about, bro. Think about it, Christian.
Oh, he says you must be Jeremy. Yeah.
He immediately,
he's usually got pretty decent prices on stuff. Also, like the Australian exchange rate is in our favor right now. So like their money is a high dollar. Or like I should say the exchange, like when their prices are high, like it's a good exchange for us. However that works. Tristan says Crosshair is worth every penny. Man, I'm so glad I got that figure at retail. Almost did not. But thank you, Andreas.
Just please tell me you have tech pre-ordered. Because you would hate it if you forgot to do that. You got the Crosshair, the tech. No, I'm talking to Christian. I'm just saying, make sure you have all the other ones lined up.
Wrecker's climbing up. Wrecker is up there too.
That's the
Wrecker's
thing,
up
dude.
there too now.
I could see it. Like Steve said, it's not ever going to go back to retail, in my opinion, unless they make another one down the line. Like, so again, you do have a nice floor of like
that seems
400.
like a figure they're not going to do unless it's like an anniversary, maybe.
Yeah, I think the floor, Christian, is maybe 400 for that.
Hold on a second.
What'd you see, man?
I want to see the sold listings for the latest sold record was from shipping from South Korea, 430.
Yeah, maybe you gotta
450.
get this stuff now.
One on April 30th. I think I might have said this last week. Sold for a wrecker sold for $630. So now wrecker's creeping up too. Christian Cooper, I'm changing my name after I get Crosshair. Yeah, here you go, Clinton Martin. The AUD is 66 cents to the US. That's pretty good. Droidica Destroyer would be awesome. Hot Toys is diligently looking for all the figures on golf courses in Florida. Did I miss any other comments? Oh, they call me Queso Blanco. I trust OJ's not guilty plea before I trust Justin's prediction.
Hey, the great thing about some predictions, man, is you just keep throwing them out there.
Oh,
one of them
good.
will eventually hit, man. One of them will eventually hit.
Yeah. What's up, Big Rib? Thanks for being here, bro. Man, I was hoping for a Palpatine with Throne 2.0 release. I know a lot of people were wanting Palpatine, and a lot of people were wanting Count Dooku for this Dark Side event. Those are the two big ones. This is an interesting point from Collection Obsession channel member. I think Hot Toys is holding stuff back for SCCC Toy Fair. Potentially. They always release stuff around that time, right? Or announce stuff rather. Yeah, Mr. Blend is saying that's what I'm hoping for with the Light Side event as well. Yeah, that's where they could push OG Legends characters. That'd be dope. Eric Heinke says next year's Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary, I believe, right? 2005?
Yep.
Yeah, 20 year. Nice. Thrawn's office, yes. Grand Admiral Thrawn's office says so happy they didn't do the what if for this event. They really knocked it out of the park. They really did. Because we were all talking about, like, there was some what if stuff. Like Lego had like some like evil C3PO and R2, which I guess kind of an evil C3PO type droid is 000. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that. Tristan says, just for the record, I still don't have my Kenobi Vader. Damn, I know they got delayed on Sideshow again.
It's brutal, man.
Crazy, dude.
I'm still waiting on again, it's not to the level of that because I know how special Vader is to people, but like again, I was just saying on the Wolfpack Wednesday, I'm still waiting on Catwoman, dude. That figure got released late January. And I don't even know when I'm gonna get that. So I've already paid for most of it, so I'm just gonna have to wait it out at this point. So
nice. Jon Snow, what's up, Jon Snow? Thank you for being here. XL Shop still has record at MSRP. I believe XL Shop is like a Malaysian store, maybe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's good to know. Everybody needs a wrecker. I've never really bought from them, but I've heard people talk about them.
And here's the thing with Bad Batch. Like, yeah, Bad Batch is at its height or whatever, but like this whole year, we're not getting a ton of like new stuff this year. That's why I think like Deadpool Wolverine is just going to be a massive line because I just think there's not many like new stuff coming out from the IP. So again, man, Bad Batch might still be like high price, like, you know, this whole year because there's not a theatrical release coming out. It's a lot of like prequel stuff. So I could see all those figures going up in value, man. I really could because it's a team thing. And anytime there's a team
it's over.
thing,
it's over. And like
exactly.
I mean, the finale didn't do anything to affect Crosshair's value. You know what I mean? So probably just gonna stay where it's at for a while.
Yeah, that's another one, Collecting Madness. Yep.
Yeah. Grand Admiral says, Thrawn's off says, if I didn't have Crosshair and they made an Imperial version, I'd buy that and be happy. I miss the original. It makes more sense story wise. Yeah, the Imperial. I would still want the original. I'd still want the original. To me, if they made an Imperial version, like I feel like the original version would. I don't know if it would necessarily lose value. I mean, it's still like you want the original 5 that all match armor, but maybe I'm wrong. I think tech is going to skyrocket after he drops. Yeah, potentially. I think they're all. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens after they drop. I was saying this for months too. Like this is like the most intriguing line is Bad Batch. Most intriguing line. It's crazy what's happening with that line. Okay, I'm still waiting. Yeah, Collecting Madness. I'm still waiting on Return of the Jedi State 3PO. Me too. Do you think we'll ever get another Iron?
I'm thinking we might. I'm thinking we might.
Yeah, Valkyrie says Grand Admiral Valkyrie Magnus says I got Catwoman early, but still waiting for Obi-Wan series Darth Vader. Yeah, got delayed. Unfortunately. Yeah. Big Rib says he got his Obi Vader delivered today, though.
Let's go, man.
Inquisitor is gonna look badass. Hell yeah, let's go.
Can't wait for you to get it, man. It is.
I'm
phenomenal.
sure. Like, I know Sideshow delayed it, but like I remember Thrawn's office told me too. Like, Sideshow delayed it, and then it went from delayed to preparing to ship like immediately. So hopefully, everybody be patient. Don't go spending your money like crazy. But
at this point, you've waited this long. That's how I'm telling myself with Catwoman. Yeah, it's like I've waited this long, dude. Like, this
is a really good point right here by Clinton Martin. If Christian Cooper, God, now I'm calling Christian Crosshair. That's I'm sorry, Christian. We should just call him Christian Crosshair. If Christian Cooper got Echo and Hunter well below retail, then add the 600 for Crosshair. It really does average out. It really does when you look at it, because like I'm sure a lot of people pay below retail for Echo and Hunter, you know, and then at that point you're like justifying it, like, well, if I get Crosshair at $600, kind of averages out the price of like I got them all at retail.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna try to relate this to like a team. Like what's a team, Steve, that again, not Bad Batch. I know you'd probably pick Bad Batch, but other than Bad Batch, what's like a true team that you? Well,
the one
like
that people are the most relevant one right now is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
Volume 3, right?
Yeah. If I got, say they announced the Drax and we were going to get every figure from that, they even announced the Gamora, and say that, say that the, I don't know, the Nebula was the one that was like the Crosshair of that line. Me personally, if I knew I wanted the whole line, as much as it sucks, dude, I'd probably just pay the extra to get it if I really felt like they weren't going to make another one. The beauty about those movies are they're probably going to make another one. With Bad Batch, if they do, like Steve said, man, it could be a while, even if they do it at all. So that's what sucks, man. That's what kind of is going against you a little bit, is like, it's not only like the figure that's like the gatekeeper, so to speak, of like the whole line that's keeping people from collecting the whole line, is like you almost are a little nervous. I know you're thinking like, well, dude, we're thinking it's going to go down, but if tech comes out and everybody gets tech, that's still going to be the one people are looking for. So it's a tough call, man. But like we said, if you were okay with a certain number and it's on, and again, I'm not trying to say $100 is nothing, but if it's within $100 of that, me personally, I would probably consider it. But again, it's your decision, dude.
Unless you want to play the long game on it and just don't know when the price is ever going to change.
Yeah, it's your money, man.
If I don't buy groceries this week, it'll average out.
Yeah.
Thrawn's office, I got Hunter at 15% off from Sideshow. It's insane what this line has done. I got Hunter and Echo together for like $300. Yeah. I basically got like a buy one get one free deal. New. Crazy.
I do think that the thing I love about what's happening with the Bad Batch though is I love how it's become, I mean, I hate it for people that really wanted the whole line, but that's what I was talking about with like a true grail. Like Crosshair has become a true, just organic grail. It wasn't, they didn't put a limited to 2,000. They didn't do this. It just has become that, which I think is always so cool in collecting, where you don't even know, like none of us would have guessed that figure would be where it's at in the secondary market, And so that's just
anomaly.
That's always a cool thing with collecting. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. I think Christian Crosshair sounds good because it's 2 R's. Christian Crosshair, baby.
I'll never call you either of those.
We're coining it right here and now.
Yeah. And once you get it, we can't.
Delta Squad would be so dope, bro. Clone Commanders. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
What else we got in the chat here? Collecting Madness says Hot Toys just posted it, but it's an announcement video, or it's not an announcement release, just a Shadow Trooper video. Yeah, I just saw that too. Tristan says, in terms of teams, I want all the Inquisitors. Same, bro.
Go ahead. Listen, go ahead and get those Inquisitors now. Again, if you know you're going to want all 4, I think that, and they announced those other 2, I'd go ahead and pick them up, because you don't want to end up with that same issue, right, Steve?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I'm not going to reach that level.
The other side is like, what if they don't announce them? That's where it's you want to take the risk. And
you can get those figures for pretty cheap though, right? Like
I think the outlier is Reva, because I think like a lot of people just don't like the character. So I don't know how much her value is really going to change. Like, I know she was waitlisted and kind of sold out, but you can get her at retail like relatively easily still right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like some people out there are probably just like, I don't need Reva and I'll be fine. You know?
Yeah.
Brad got Echo for 155 on eBay. Crazy.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
do
saying,
agree.
man.
Like, I do agree.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of in that spot. I have Grand Inquisitor. And I'm kind of in that spot of like, do I want to get Reva, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And listen, I just want to finalize with this, Christian. Like, if you're still in here, like, dude, it's your money at the end of the day. Like, I'm only giving you like what I would do in your spot, but in no way am I trying to give you any advice on that, dude. That's a lot of money. Like, that's 100% your call, dude. I don't take $20 lightly. So, like, if it's a number you're uncomfortable with, it is. But if that's still a number you're uncomfortable with, dude, like, again, get to that number that you have in your mind and just either be patient or just be like, you know what, I'm going to skip a figure that I wanted later on down the road so I can get this one. Like, this one's more important to me than the other ones. But as always,
ask him to bundle it with something.
That's not a bad idea.
Grand Admiral rounds off, but Reva isn't an Inquisitor. She's just a random immoral lady. Yeah, Clint says Reva is still at retailer above right now. Yep.
See, that's why I'm worried about getting one, because I just know myself and I know I'm going to want all four. So that's why I'm kind of even thinking, I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, I think I'll be okay with just Vader and Kenobi.
It's a slippery slope when you want everything in Hot Toys, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. And that's kind of why I'm thinking I might be okay with just Kenobi and Vader from that show. I mean, personally, it's Fifth Brother that I really just think looks so badass. Like, I really want him.
Immortal. I thought immoral was what you actually meant. Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. Where are we at? Oh, shoot. Let me do this. Okay, real quick. I got to stop my screen real quick. This thing is like, for some reason, when I'm sharing my screen, it gets all wonky. Do we need to talk about the gold clone trooper?
I don't want to. Unless the chat wants it. Like, if the chat wants it, that's cool with me, but I don't have a lot to say on it.
Clone trooper is cool. You know what? I'll pull this up real quick because I got something to say. I got something to say about it. Look at this beaut. Damn, this looks sick, dude. Actually. This is what I'll say about this stuff. I think that that's all I got.
It doesn't, but yeah.
This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say about these types of figures. I think that this is a figure where I'm really happy for people who want this in their collection, and like this makes your collection unique. I think this is, to me, and this might be a little bit different take than other people, but like when I look at like 000 or BT1, like those are figures that are going to probably set your collection apart a little bit. These ones a little bit more of a drastic way. But I think like having something like this limited, perfect figure to have limited. This is a cool limited piece. It's not for me. I don't care about the chrome, and I don't like, not that I don't care about it. It's just, I don't really have a place for it in my collection. I just don't, the gold and the chrome, just not for me. There's too much other stuff that I get, but more power to the people who actually like this and want to have this in their collection, because it makes your collection unique. There's not going to be a lot of these. And this is no different to me. This is no different than any other limited release, like a variant trooper or something like that, that somebody would want to have in their collection. I truly think overall it's a positive thing to have these types of releases, to be honest. I think the big argument is everyone says, oh, they wasted their time making this. Well, they could have been making X, Y, and Z figure. It's just, to me, it just doesn't work like that. I think there's way more that goes into like getting a figure made than like people say. Like, I think people just assume that like a figure can be made at the drop of a hat. Any type of character, any type of figure from any type of IP, which I just don't like think that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like more power to the people that want this in their collection, have this in their collection. And if this is something you have no interest in, then you just don't have to get it. You know, I don't have any interest in these, passing on them, just like any other figure. To me, I look at this as any other figure that comes out. I don't look at it being like a gold trooper. I look at this as any other figure. that like there's other figures that I'm like, no, I'm not interested. You know, there's another figure that's being released, and it's cool if people want this. It's limited. It's limited. I still think that's cool with this being a limited figure. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I'd rather this be limited than a character I really want. Like, that's what I've been saying. Like, I don't mind these variants for limited pieces. I actually think that's what limited pieces should be for, is like this. Like, you want this gold chrome.
Yeah, it's kind of like a commemorative. This reminds me of like the old, like, this is not new to Star Wars. Yeah. They've done gold and silver, like, figures for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, but just keep in mind also that this is an easy way. I'm not going to say easy because it took a lot of work to make it in the first place, but I'm just saying this is a somewhat easier job to do, to make limited, to get quick sales than if they made just a completely new figure or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's an easy way for them to make money. Yeah.
So you got to look at it. You really have to, like, once it's kind of like I looked at with all these other limited pieces. Like, these are the ones I hope continue to be limited, and that we're all able to get, you know, Artisan Jack. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't mind that one's limited, but this is what I would prefer to be limited, because I feel like this is a specific, like, you just want this to be unique to your collection. Cool. That's fine with me. Like, I don't mind it. If we weren't getting this other cool shit, like, this would bother me more. Like, if this was the announcement for May the 5th or May the 4th,
I'd
be pissed. But like, we got so much cool stuff, dude. Yeah, we got so much cool stuff. We're just, if you like Star Wars, you don't even have to love it. If you like Star Wars, there was something for everyone. Yeah. In this, in these last 2 weeks, and that's what I've loved about it. There's something for everyone. So,
agreed, dude. That's it. That's all we got to say about this trooper.
With that said, I'm not picking them up either, Steve. I'm not getting these.
Not getting them. But cool if you did. Tristan says, I have always talking about the Inquisitors. He has them all except Reba. Don't want her, but I'm waiting for fourth sister, fifth brother. There you go. They call me Queso Blanco. This is an interesting point. 12 months after tech's release, I bet all their prices will go down. People will sell them with all this new stuff hitting. That's where, like, it's interesting with the market, because so much stuff is coming out right now, and people get really into the hype, and they buy into the hype. And then a year later, it's like, oh, I don't really want this. There's another thing coming out. I'm just going to sell it. Everybody sells, drives the value down. And Bad Batch value is already down with Hunter and Echo. Wrecker and Crosshair. Crosshair is really keeping it afloat. Wrecker is also going up because I think Wrecker is feeling the pressure from Crosshair, right? So people are feeling the pressure to buy. People are driving up the prices. Tech is probably going to be a price driver at first. Like, he's going to go up, I think, initially at first. I'm kind of surprised he's not sold out yet. Tristan says, I include Merrick in that. He's a sleeper. Mr. Blend says, Golden Trooper Awards. He grabbed one. Nice.
Nice.
Dude, Merrick is a sleeper. I picked him up. Thrawn's off. I guess she's is also immoral, going around killing Jedi because she's mad at Vader for killing Jedi. Let's see here. Mr. Blunt says, I like Golden Trooper. I'd had him either as an award, a fancy Jabba's collection, or have him behind a DJ set, Daft Punk style. It would be kind of cool to, like, if, like, I mean, I personally can't do this because I buy other figures, but like taking this and turning it into like some cool like award, I think that is cool. Like having this be like a trophy figure or something like that, where you can like design it around like a trophy look or something like that. I feel like that's actually a cool idea. Yeah, this waitlisted faster than Chrome and Chrome Cody. Looks like C-3PO's Halloween costume. I like that. Yeah, this figure is great for the office desk. I mean that in a good way. This would be cool if you were like a teacher or something and had this on your desk. I think that's actually pretty cool. What's up, Nathan Henderson? Thank you for being here. For the life of me, I can't understand how so many people don't think these metallic troopers are amazing. Yes, I believe the sarcasm with the dead eyes. Yeah, I mean, I can see why the majority of people don't want to get these. I can see that for sure. Especially when you're spending the amount of money that you are on a single figure. Like, this is a tough sell, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This isn't like a Funko Pop where, like,
no,
you know, it's like $15 and you might have to pay $40 for it on the secondary market. Yep. Like if it went up, you know. So
Christian says, Steve, you watch Tales of the Empire. Damn, he's only asking me. He's not asking you, man. Sorry, Justin.
Yeah, what the hell, Christian? I've been talking directly to you, man, trying to help you.
You've really been in his head too much tonight.
That's all right.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I need to watch it. I was at the theater all weekend for the marathon. So I didn't watch it yet because I passed out last night and slept literally all night for the first time in a while. Kyle says, I just have a limited budget and limited amount of space. I'm also more drawn to canon figures. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Kyle. That's
yeah, everybody's kind of more drawn to canon.
Pretty much same. Yeah, canon.
Justin, you're a bully. JK, he loves you. Real time comments. Look at that.
Thanks, bro.
Okay.
I appreciate that, man.
Other thing. Let's talk about, we talked about Luke. We talked about Maul. Let's talk about the trooper real quick. I know we already talked about, did we talk about this last week? Because I know this is now a release already.
I don't think we did. We talked about the rate. I don't think this was announced yet, was it? I think we talked about the other.
We won't spend too much time on this, but this thing's badass, man. This thing is badass. I love the backdrop. I'm going to get one of these because I want the backdrop. I think Shadow Trooper's badass. I got a Shadow Trooper helmet around here somewhere. I don't know. It's a Black Series one. I don't know where it is in my basement right now because my room. Everything behind me looks really, really clean. Everything in this vicinity is a big mess right now because I'm in the process of organizing some stuff.
Have you been wearing that Maul hoodie all weekend?
Because
you wore it last stream. I'm wondering if you've been wearing it all week. You haven't changed.
Dude, I wear this hoodie all the time on stream.
When's the last time you washed it?
Dude, I have two of these. Shout out to my boy Cage because he went to Celebration with me and he bought a large size and it didn't fit him because he's smaller than me, and then he just gave it to me. So I actually have two. So
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just jealous I don't have one.
It's a very cool hoodie. I love this hoodie. It's one of my favorite.
That is a great hoodie.
I did wear it to the theater, but I also was in a t-shirt most of the time because it was like, it wasn't cold, but it was like, I didn't have this on for the whole time I was watching the movies. I did not have this hoodie on. I literally, I wasn't wearing it. I was probably wearing it, I don't know, 10% of the time. Cage says strength. What's up, D-Lo? D-Lo's in the house. D-Lo the Collector, what's up? Go check out D-Lo the Collector. He just posted a video about Cobb Vanth and collecting with your friends. Thank you, D-Lo, for all the kind things you said about me. I'm glad you got Cobb Vanth. There you have it. Great figure. Put some respect on the Marshall. So many people missed out on Cody getting another with Swing at It, but it's chrome is kind of a letdown. Yeah, it would have been nice if they just did I'm sure people would have been happier with just a reissue Cody, right? I don't see a lot of people buying a chrome Cody before they're getting the actual version of Cody. We kind of talked about this last week, I think, too.
What's up, Dylan?
Grand Admiral, Valkyrie, Magnus' Shadow Trooper is amazing. Yeah, I think it looks dope. Tristan says, honestly, I'm just super grateful for the announcement so far this year. We got Star Killer and Shin. Let's go. Yeah, Evil Empire. Smashing that emoji.
You really do have to take a moment and just be like, dude, we just got a lot of cool shit in 2 weeks. Again, it's still Star Wars. We're getting a lot of Star Wars. And if you're somebody who wants to collect multiple IPs, you're probably thinking, where's this? But we knew this was coming this year, man, with not a whole lot of theatrical releases from Marvel, from Star Wars. I just think that, again, if this wasn't for some people, I get it, I guess. But to me, it's just I feel like they kind of satisfied, they satisfied people like me that wanted that Maul from the movies. They satisfied people like Steve who really wanted those, deep cut, video game characters like Revan and stuff. And then they gave us some troopers. They gave us some limited drops. They gave us an Artisan Luke. I mean, it's just been it's been almost overwhelming, man, the amount of stuff.
It's way more than I think anybody thought was going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. It really felt like an event. It really, truly felt like an 100%. Event. Yeah.
Yep. Jon Snow says, do you guys think the red coins from the Dark Side event will be worth something decent? I think with the gold, I think with the gold coins being available, the red ones aren't. If it was just the red coin and there were no other coins, I feel like potentially, I don't think they're going to really be worth that much more. I don't think so.
Yeah, same. It's to me.
I don't see the coin being maybe $20 or $30 or something more. I don't see this being something that. If it was a limited accessory from the event, it would be more. But the coin, I don't think so. I don't think so. That's just my gut feeling. Could be.
And if this would have been something that they were handing out, say it was San Diego Comic-Con, or say it was Star Wars Celebration Japan next year or whatever. If it was something they were handing out at that event, that
Yeah.
came with it. I think that would hold way more value than like, because everybody's going to get one of these that decides to order it in the first 3 weeks. That's not like a really difficult thing to do, to go ahead and just pre-order it now, you know? So I don't personally think so, but I think the ones that they picked up at the actual event will hold more weight. You know, the actual event exclusive one.
Yeah. And it says red coins are limited to like 300 or so for each figure. Yeah, I think the red will be worth a little bit more, but not sure exactly. They call me Queso Blanco says binge Tales of Jedi yesterday. Don't expect anything amazing. Sorry, have low expectations in my opinion. Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews. Anyways, the Shadow Trooper looks super dope. I'm gonna end up getting one. I love that backdrop. Like I said, I'm probably gonna use it with my Dark Empire Luke. I think that's a perfect backdrop for him. Looks sick, dude.
Yeah.
Looks sick.
What's this from? Like, what's the Shadow Trooper from?
The Shadow Trooper is from actually, so I don't think this one's VGM branded, but it's from Battlefront.
Okay.
Also, it was actually like in a deleted scene from the original trilogy.
Oh, nice.
I think A New Hope. I think it's from A New Hope. So that's really what it was in. That's it.
Yeah.
But it looks badass. I wish they showed these more.
Yeah, it looks great.
This looks really, actually, this contrast here looks actually really cool too. Like having these next to each other actually pops. I like that.
Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll go with it. I'm definitely getting the Stormtrooper. I really want that base, the backdrop or whatever. This Shadow Trooper looks amazing, but I'll probably not picking it up because I'd rather get a second Stormtrooper.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And the good news is these backdrops will be out there. I'm sure some people aren't going to want it. There's going to be people offloading these backdrops too. I know like everyone's talking about the backdrops are really awesome. I can also see people not caring at all and not wanting it. They're big. They take up space. I can see people not wanting them. We got channel member 1Adam12 in the house.
What's up, man?
I forget if you were here way earlier, but I've gotten through a lot of comments, hundreds at this point. So thanks for being here. Some great announcements. Now we need some release. Both Obi-Wans, Mace, Sidious, Attack of the Clones, Anakin, Bane, Spidey from End of No Way Home, Batman 89 2.0. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff coming. Stacy says, it scares me and my wallet what we will be getting from the Acolyte. By the look of the trailers, it looks amazing. Dude, the Acolyte is, I hope, going to surprise people.
We're for sure getting like 3 or 4 from that, I would think. Like Carrie-Anne Moss, I think, is a guarantee.
So Carrie-Anne Moss, you know that scene where she's fighting that other, like the other lady?
Yeah, from the first trailer.
The other woman, and she like pushes her and like force pushes her back. Yeah. So in the theater, I don't know if this was like, I don't know if this was in the theater or not for everybody, but when I went to the marathon, there was an exclusive look at the Acolyte. It showed that almost entire fight scene. It was sick. It shows like how the scene how they start to fight, and then like the majority of their fight.
Was it kind of visceral, or was it?
It was not like PG style.
Okay.
It was like, it felt more like definitely PG-13.
Like almost like a Bourne movie or like a Matrix.
It was way more like the fights were way more choreographed, like really good choreography. Like you can tell there's like Japanese inspiration from this. Like it's really cool, like how they're fighting. And just like not Japanese, but just like martial arts inspired. Very cool. And yeah, it was like people getting jacked up. Like it was really good. Yeah, so man. Hopefully like that's a sign of good things to come. And then also obviously like the new trailer drop for the Acolyte, that looks really good, showing like the mysterious character with that badass helmet on.
The advantage that the Acolyte has is that there's not again, I keep sounding like a broken record. There's not a ton of live action Star Wars stuff coming this year. So hopefully this is good.
This
and
is
if
the only
it
thing.
Is,
maybe Skeleton Crew, but that's geared towards kids.
Yeah. If this is good though, people are gonna get really hyped for it. Like if it doesn't even have to be great. If it's good, people are just gonna be hyped for it because people want to have something to root for with Star Wars. I feel like people want things, at least I do. I want everything that comes out to be good. That's just me personally. I would love, it's going to be more expensive, Stacy, because now we love another show and now we got to get another line of figures, but I definitely think they're going to hit us with a couple. I mean, I almost guarantee we're gonna get four from that line announced this year. I would think
It's gonna be really interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody else, Christian, Stacy, they all got the extended fight scene. Yep, one M12. Yep. Tristan says he's intrigued by the villain and the Sith. Me too. And whether or not they're even going to be a Sith, you know what I mean? That's what I want to know. Like, are they truly going to be a Sith? Are they going to be a brand new character? I think there might be a brand new, fresh character. That's somehow connected to like the fall of the kind of like the fall of the High Republic era, you know, like how that's going to transition into them being Sith, right? Because the thing is too is we know like this is what 100 or 150 years before Phantom Menace, unless they retcon it. But you know how they're talking about like when they first find out about Maul, like, oh, the Sith have been extinct for over 1,000 years is what Mace Windu says, I think. So I think that implies that this character is not necessarily a Sith character, you know, but what are they? That remains to be seen. Maybe they are. I don't know.
And here's one thing. It doesn't concern me because it doesn't matter if something's 20 minutes or 2 hours and 40 minutes. I mean, however long it needs to take to tell a story. But I think each episode is going to be half an hour long. And I'm thinking there's only 8. I think they said there was 8 episodes. So it's going to be getting right to the point. I feel like it's going to get you right into the action. I just want the action scenes to feel... the reason that Vader and Kenobi fight worked so well, even if you didn't like the show, and the reason the Phantom Menace duel worked so well, and all these great lightsaber duels work so well is because you don't see it every second. Like it's like a build-up. It's like there's emotion behind it. 100%. So I don't want to see, even though the fight scenes look great from what I'm hearing, I haven't seen this new footage yet, but I want it to mean something. Like I want the fights to feel like that again, to where it's like truly like an epic thing. So I'm hoping that they can kind of, in that short time of 8 episodes at 30 minutes, kind of achieve that with this one.
Yeah. Is that where'd you hear that? You said you heard that they're going to be around 30 minutes long.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, seriously. But I thought I heard that when that trailer first came out, that there are 8 30-minute episodes. But again, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yeah. I figured it's going to be just like any other Star Wars live action show, like when it comes to episode length. But I also read like they're doing more set pieces rather than like in the volume too. I feel like the volume is awesome for like visuals, but it limits their ability to make a scene feel big, if that makes sense. Remember in Ahsoka when like they find Ezra and then they're all surrounded by like Thrawn sends the troopers and they're all surrounded. That area just feels so small and contained that they're fighting because they're in the volume. You see everything around them. Set pieces just give for that like more realistic feel when they're like fighting through like buildings and like they're in like a bar or something. Like you just have all that like actual like that's like it's just grounded.
Yeah, and I don't know. Did Mando season 1 use that a lot? Because I felt like Mando
volume.
had some
volume, but they also had set pieces too.
That's what I was gonna say. The set piece stuff in Mando worked. Like the opening scene in that. I think that's why that worked so well. Is those close quarter. Practical.
It's in like
sets.
rooms. It's contained, right? Like when it's indoors, it's when it's outdoors. It seems like when it's outdoors, it seems really big, but then the space is really contained. So it just gives like this weird feeling, kind of. Yeah. It just like felt like it was a little bit too used, maybe a little bit too much.
It takes you out of the suspension of disbelief. Like you see that out there, you can tell that they're not on location. They're not on this thing, that they're in front of a blue screen or a green screen or whatever.
Yep. Brian Sadler's in the house. Says, "What's up, guys? Just saw Phantom Menace again, man. I love this movie." Yeah, what's up, dude? Thank you for tuning into the show. It's so dope. Like everybody's just talking love for Phantom Menace, man. When everyone and so many people did not like this movie when it came out. Yeah. Now we're the prequel lovers are here, baby. We're rising. Let's go. Clint Martin says, "How do you only have 2 figures from the Phantom Menace and 14 from Ahsoka? This is their time to capitalize. You got to hit this line hard. Let's go." It's 25 years old. Like, when is the time you're gonna do it? There really isn't a better time to start giving us all these figures than right now. You know? They call me Queso Blanco. Lots of Andor shot on location. Why it looks so much better. Andor is an amazing show. Have you seen Andor?
Have I seen Andor? How many episodes is that? Dude, I watched. How long
12?
ago did that come out? I feel like I've seen
13?
Dude, honestly, I think I've seen. I don't think I've finished it because.
What?
Like, yeah, I don't think I finished it now that you mention it. Like, because I remember watching some of it. I need to finish it.
So, do you remember Andy Serkis in the show?
Yes.
In the prison?
Yes.
Oh, so you saw the prison scene.
I watched that on YouTube. Dude, here's the thing, man. I have a tough time. Like, if a show comes out, there's so much stuff. I'm so much better if I just can watch a movie. The TV's, there's so much TV, dude. It's so hard to keep up with all this stuff.
You need to watch Andor.
I'm going to watch it.
I cannot believe you. Grand Admiral Thrawn's Office. I was 19 when it came out, and I loved it. Hell yeah, let's go.
Dude, I gotta figure out. Like, it's the most bizarre thing, dude. I feel like I've seen Andor, but
Just
like,
don't get.
I must not have.
Give us another Kylo Ren.
Oh, come on, Tristan. Artisan
really
Kylo,
Artisan
baby.
Kylo. Ren's one way out. Let's go. Episode 10 of Andor, one of the best hours of TV you'll ever see.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's no way I've seen that episode then, because I could guarantee you if I know I'll like it. So that's what I'm saying. I must have started it and just not finished it.
So like, yeah. If I just, it's crazy to me. Like, it's just baffling to me how a lot of people just wrote Andor off without even watching it. Because they heard what people were saying about it. Yeah, it's crazy. Once you see it, and like the moment, this is the thing. I think I said this before, but it seems like when we get into TV shows, everybody wants like instant gratification when they watch something. Like, if there's people who watch the first episode, and if they're not happy with the first episode, they're done watching the show. Andor, like, you have to watch the first 3 episodes, because what they do is like they build up the characters, they build up the story, and then episode 3 is when like shit hits the fan, like stuff starts happening. Then they build up the next 3 episodes. It's kind of slow, but there's a lot of like politics. There's a lot of lead up into what's going to happen. And then episode, I think it's 6, which I think is called The Eye, is an incredible episode. Like the moments in the show just hit, and like it builds up, it gets really tense. But it's a slow burn. But at the same time, like, I don't mind that type of stuff, because I feel like there's a lot, like, it's just a better. The opposite of this is everybody feels like, oh, there was no character development. Everything felt rushed. But when it's too slow, everybody's like, oh, it's too slow. There wasn't enough action. Like, everybody just wants action and stuff. But Andor is just such a good show on all fronts, building up everything. I'm okay with the slow parts. And it's 12 episodes.
Yeah, me too, dude. And here's the thing with
Tristan,
with Thrawn.
Come on, bro.
I gotta talk to Thrawn on this. I feel like I've seen Andor Classic. So here's the truth on this, okay? Now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't seen it in its entirety. But just like with Ahsoka, and just like with Mandalorian, I wasn't sure if this show crossed over into something. Like, I was thinking of like Rogue One and stuff. Like, with those shows, there's so much. Like, some of those Boba Fett episodes felt like Mandalorian. So that's what I was kind of trying to remember. But the more y'all are talking about it, there's no way I've seen this, because
no, Andor is straight up like it's like a prequel to Rogue One. So it's like I want to say it's a couple, or maybe it's like a few years before Rogue One, I think. I don't know how many, maybe 5, I forget. Somebody in the chat might know. But
did this come out between Mandalorian and when Ahsoka came out? Like, it was the next show after Mando?
2023, right? I think.
Dude, how have I not? Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I haven't seen it, but I'm like shocked that
November 2020. Wait, hold on. Andor release.
Does anybody watch clips on YouTube and felt like they've seen it? Like, I feel
Andor
like
release.
that's what's happened.
September 21st, 2022 is when the first episode aired.
Okay.
But it's before. Yeah. Okay. Thrawn's Office. I thought so. 5 years, and then Andor season 2. I think the show was actually supposed to be 3. It was supposed to be multiple seasons. I want to say 3. And it, like, when they do the second season, it's going to be like the second season is it. They're done after season 2, and it leads right up to Rogue One. Like, literally it leads up to Rogue One. So the next season is going to be kind of like a time jump, and then the episodes are going to, I think, kind of skip time a little bit to lead right up to Rogue One. So the second season is going to be really good, I think.
I'm going to check it out. Dude.
Ren's episode 6 of Andor feels like a finale, but glad there's still more episodes after that. Yeah. 1 Adam 12 says it's a slow burn, but not only is it the best Star Wars since Rogue One, it's one of the best shows in a long time. So good. Austin says, because Andor is actually written well and cares about character and development and nuance. They didn't vomit on screen like Kenobi and Ahsoka. So I think that's the thing, is like people feel like the moments, like it's just, people just feel like everything is rushed and there's no character development. It's just like the action is not great, but then like, yeah, Andor is just, everything is good about the show as far as like, it's just a total package. Tristan saw it twice. Damn, you watch it twice. It's crazy. Didn't hit for him at all. The monologue by Stellan Skarsgård to the spy is incredible. Yeah, dope. Very good.
Dude, let me talk to Thrawn in this last comment, man. After like
Nathan Henderson, Andor has been my favorite Star Wars show. This is just a good show. Star Wars or not, completely adult espionage war, doesn't thrive on just nostalgia. This is the other thing that I've had people tell me. I want something fresh and new, that like we need to see something Star Wars hasn't done. No lie, I had somebody tell me this. And then the Acolyte trailer came out. They watched the trailer and they said, this isn't enough of like a Star Wars thing. Like, so they basically said like, so like they're just forgetting about everything else that Star Wars has done and they're doing this. And I'm like, you just told me that like you want something fresh and new, and now they're doing something fresh and new. And it's like, well, we're not getting enough of fan service. You know, like it doesn't need to thrive on nostalgia all the time. Like we need to get new stuff. I feel like that's important, right? Yeah, Thrawn's Office is supposed to be 5 seasons originally for Andor. Andor is great due to it felt like a 12-hour movie. Word, that's true.
Oh, I want to comment but people forgot if they saw it. I think that's a direct shot at me because I forgot. Thrawn, listen, man. Truly, has anybody done this? Have you? I did this with Invincible season 1. I watched one clip of it on YouTube, and then I have clips from every episode like that would show up on YouTube. Andor, I've seen like a lot of clips from it. I haven't seen like the whole show, so that's why I was kind of confused.
You just watch the whole show, dude.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. And the reason I was kind of searching for that answer is because I didn't know if Steve was about to start getting into like super spoilery stuff.
No, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Yeah,
because I always tell people to watch it, and I hope they watch it. I don't want to spoil anything for the show.
Yeah,
K2
but I need to watch.
Yeah, probably. This is probably going to happen. K2 is going to get re-released. Season 2 will be great. We should get to see how K2 comes into service with Andor. Yes. No lightsabers. That's another problem. There's no lightsabers, so everyone gets real mad about that. I will say Andor is the least interesting character in the show, especially because we know his fate. See, so this is saying something about the show. Like, there's a lot of other character development, and a lot of really cool characters. I don't know how the show made me love Mommy Mothma. Mon Mothma's really good in the show too. Yeah, her character's great. It kind of shows like how she's like working on helping the rebellion, but she's not like full on rebel yet. She's like against the Empire, but she's like doing things behind the scenes, and like it's really cool, man. Really cool. Wow, how do we get into Andor talk? Okay, is that it? Did we get to everything?
Yeah, I need to watch Andor.
You need to watch Andor. How many figures did you how many figures are you getting for sure since Darkseid?
The ones that
so far back.
The ones that I'm for sure getting is going to be Darth Maul, obviously 100% getting that with the speeder. I am for sure I've decided I'm for sure getting the Stormtrooper as well. Like I don't know if I'm going to get 2, but I'm definitely getting 1. And then the one that I'm on the fence about that I keep kind of going back and forth on is probably like Revan or Starkiller, obviously, because I know that as soon as I start getting into that, like getting into that source material, I'm going to feel like everybody else. I mean, everybody's told me that like Revan is just an incredible character. So I don't have any attachment because I don't know much about him.
Looking figures too. He's one of the coolest figures.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looks that's in the
awesome,
category
dude.
of it just looks really cool, and I could see myself loving it later. So I want to go ahead and get it now. But just to answer your question, the ones I'm for sure getting as of right now is the Darth Maul and the Stormtrooper.
Darth Maul and Stormtrooper?
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
I know you're getting everything, but
I'm getting not everything.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any of the chrome stuff, none of the gold or chrome stuff. I'm end up getting BT1. Already pre-ordered Star Killer. Already pre-ordered Revan. 000 is coming on Tuesday. So that's 4. Stormtrooper I'm gonna get. I didn't pre-order it. I'm gonna end up getting it. Shadow Trooper I'm gonna get. Maul I'm gonna get. Luke I already ordered. I think that's it. This is a very good time to be a Star Wars fan and Star Wars collector.
Yeah, and here's the thing with me. I just know
Amazing.
that we're gonna get more Phantom Menace stuff, and for me, that's like, to me, that's like what I love, you know. So again,
that's why I'm kind of holding off on pre-ordering everything, because like Troopers are probably going to be available. I'm just holding off right now because there's more stuff that's going to be announced, and I have a lot of pre-orders that still need to hit. Like I'm still waiting on 3PO. Yeah. Kenobi's going to drop at any time. There's a lot in the April window. Like I always look at my spreadsheet.
Dude. Scary.
There's like 6 or 7 figures right now that are April window. Which actually didn't Kenobi get pushed June to August? I think the Kenobi show one did. Could update that.
It had to have at this point, yeah.
Yeah, June to August.
But yeah, I just know how much we're gonna get from that line, and Steve kind of has the curse of like loving all Star Wars stuff. So with me, I mean, I appreciate all of it, but like the stuff I really love is the films. Like the films, and I've really enjoyed like Mandalorian and Ahsoka. So like the live action stuff like that is the stuff I really want to collect.
Yeah.
Which is still massive. So, and Steve's kind of, you know, he likes multiple IPs as well. But for me, it's like, I'm already looking ahead to like, okay, I got a couple of Spider-Verse figures coming. I got a couple, you know, I got to think about, they might do more Avengers 2.0 stuff. Since there hasn't been a lot of live action movies, I could see them.
Batman Armory, the Armory and Bane.
Batman with the Armory. I got Avatar coming. So like,
did you get Catwoman?
Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet, dude. Like that's
you pre-ordered it though.
Drop. Yeah, pre-order on Sideshow, and I still haven't gotten her.
Yep. Man, the Mark 6 is dropping. Ooh. Anakin, Attack of the Clones. Tech is supposed to be April, September. He's probably going to happen anytime.
That's what I'm saying. You got to make it. And Steve, that's what I'm saying. You got the curse of like, you just love Star Wars, all of it. Like it's not like dude. you love all the stuff from it. Like, it's not like
July
you can
to
just
December
like,
is even scarier, man.
Oh, dude, it's insane. I mean, as much as I want some of these figures, I'm hoping that we get some breathers in between now and then. Dude,
and then once July to December overlaps with October to March, that ain't good.
Yeah,
that ain't good, man.
It feels good. It truly feels good ordering all this stuff and getting hyped. But that's why I said in today's show, like with that Artisan Luke, it was like, dude, I gotta at least like make sure that I have that same feeling I had for the Maul.
Yeah, good way to do it, man.
If I'm gonna put down 500 on it, yeah.
Good on you. Mr. Blend says, older figure question. Do you have a Purge Trooper thoughts? I do have a Purge Trooper from. It's okay. It's yeah, I mean, it's a cool design. It's based on like the Kenobi version. I wish it was a video game version. They should have done a Jedi Fallen Order one, a Jedi Survivor one, but it's a cool figure. I mean, it's kind of like it's not amazing, but it's cool to have standing next to, you know, the Grand Inquisitor. Chris says, I just want all prequels. Yeah, nice. Had to choose Revan over Star Killer. Yeah, they're both cool, but Revan is, one of my most anticipated that I want. Bloodyhead says, any Knights of the Old Republic characters get made, they'll be a day one and buy. Do yourself a favor, even though it's old, you need to play. Yeah, KOTOR. Let's go.
I actually have it on my Switch. I just haven't played it yet, but I actually have it. Yeah, I don't know if that's the best way to play it, but that's how I'm gonna play it. So
Christian says, great stream tonight, guys. I'm headed out. See you, Christian Crosshair. Thanks, bro.
Christian. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for the Grand Admiral. Christian Cooper is out of here. Good night, bro. Okay. How long have we been going for? Almost 3 hours. Okay. I got some questions that from Instagram I'm going to save for next time. But I want to just real quick get to some of these channel member questions here. Okay. Eric Heinke said, Howard is breaking our wallets from Star Wars Hot Toys. Wasn't really a question, but there you go. Tristan, October to March hits. Ooh, shit. Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Do you think there's anybody, real quick, Steve, and this will be quick, I promise, because I know you're trying to get to the questions, but do you think there's anybody that's like, right now, it's like so Star Wars hype? And let's be honest, it's always Star Wars hype. Star Wars is just fade.
It's going to, after this event, like it's going to slow down a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I just meant collectors like be thinking about, and that's what I had to tell myself was like, okay, you know when Deadpool Wolverine comes out, like you know how excited you are for that, Justin. Like you know you're getting at least 2 from that line.
Yeah, and then you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be wanting everything from it.
So hyped, exactly. So that's what I had to start telling myself that like, let's pass on a few of these that you're kind of wanting, but don't fall completely into the hype.
Yeah.
Save that money for the ones you really want, and that's those Phantom Menace, that's those Turn of the Jedi, whatever, So I think that's happening too. Is like there's so much stuff, dude. There's so much stuff still coming that is yet to be announced. It is, like you said, Steve, great time, but also a tough time to collect it all.
Yeah. Austin said there's a lot of Star Wars games on heavy sale right now on Xbox Store. Yeah, there's the
nice.
Sale probably ends. Maybe it goes through the weekend. On Steam too, there's a bunch of stuff if you play on PC. Bunch of good games on sale. Yeah, and like I'm riding the high of like watching 1 through 6 in the theater. And that's like, that is rejuvenating when you do that. You know what I mean? Just like think of everything, you see everything again. There's the kind of things like you always pick up on something, when you're watching. It's crazy. Single songwriter is in the house. What's up, dude? He says 4 MMS 515 Stormtroopers LED walls 800. I don't know. I thought they were 240 each. That's gonna put you over 800, but yeah, going to the theater, man, and watching the movies like really. And I'm gonna explain some of this in my vlog video. I made a video. I'm working on making it right now. I'm like half done with it probably. Of my experience going to a lot of you guys already know this, but I went to the Star Wars marathon, like of the Skywalker saga. It was all 9 movies, but I stayed for 1 through 6 because basically my theater said you need to stay for all 9 to get your commemorative poster. So I'm like, wow, I'm really gonna have to like actually stay the whole time, which is like over 24 hours. It ended up being like a little over 24 hours the entire time. So it's a lot to have to do that. But they put out some posters for people, like they were handing them out after episode 6, and I ended up snagging my posters and heading out after that just because I'd seen the sequels recently and I didn't feel like I needed to really watch them again this soon. Another thing is I really just wanted to see definitely the prequels. I've seen the sequels in theater because I'm obviously older. Like that was, like I said, recent within the past 10 years. Hadn't seen Phantom Menace in the past 25 years, obviously, which is amazing. The prequels, seeing all the prequels again in theaters were amazing. I hadn't seen them since I initially saw them. And then I'd never seen the OT in theaters. So that was really exciting to do that. Obviously seeing the original trilogy in theaters. Oh, my headphones are going to die. Hold on. Yeah, seeing the original in theaters was amazing. Justin, can you say something real quick?
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Okay,
man?
Thank you. One of my headphones died, but I'm on to the next one. But anyways, yeah, dude, it was awesome. And I just love Star Wars so much. Star Wars is just the best, man. Just
save it for the vlog. Save it for the vlog, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for the vlog.
I just meant like I just want to ask one question. I didn't want you to think I was wanting you to like tell me everything about the trip, but like I just have the one question. What was the movie that you felt the most like when it came on and you rewatched it? It like either reignited your love for that specific movie, or you remembered, man, I love that movie even more than I thought I did. Like, was there one that just stood out that you were like, you know what, man, that actually might be my favorite one, actually, or because I know if I had to guess, I think you've said it before, like, Empire Strikes Back is probably your favorite, right?
I think Empire is probably the best movie of the original trilogy, but Return of the Jedi like is the most nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
And I would say watching Return of the Jedi like solidified that like big time.
That's awesome, in the theater. That's always been my favorite one from the original trilogy.
Yeah. Like Return of the Jedi, like I said, I love the original trilogy, and I think Empire, like I said, probably movie wise, like just the pacing of the movie, how everything happens in Empire, with like obviously like the Empire, and that's why it's called The Empire Strikes Back, because they strike back and it's crazy like what happens in that movie. Like there aren't a lot of movies where that happens, where like everything is going against the good guys, right? So that movie's just really it's just a good movie all the way through. But Return of the Jedi, dude, is just something about like Jabba's palace and Luke going in there, and just like Luke's demeanor and attitude. Luke as a Jedi, he's my favorite version, and just like his just like the way he operates and like his persona in, I guess if that, I don't know if that's the right word, but in Return of the Jedi is my favorite version of Luke.
Yeah.
And like how he kind of evolves, how he like the confrontation that he has to face facing Vader, knowing that he has to confront him, knowing that that's now his father and he fought him once before, and what happened to him, like the amount of pressure that's on him as a character is just like crazy. And these are things like I've seen this movie a lot, but like after watching them in a row again and just being like I said, the theater was like watching 1 through 6 was just so immersive, and I was like there by myself for the majority of the time, so I'm just like really focused on the movies and just really like thinking about Star Wars. I don't want to go on too much about it, but yeah, Return of the Jedi, man. And then by the time obviously you get to the end and what happens with Luke, and like what Luke has to go through as a character in Return of the Jedi is crazy. And just like I said, the amount of pressure on him, and just like who he becomes as a character, and what he what he has to overcome as somebody, and then like he's in the throne room watching his friends just get destroyed.
Yeah, dude.
And like he loses his cool, right? Like he tries to strike down Palpatine and Vader stops him. Yeah. So like he could have basically did essentially give in at that point, but then like just everything that happens with Luke in Return of the Jedi is just some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah, that's always been mine from the original trilogy. And again, Phantom Menace, again, I think probably Sith is like you just said with Empire. We can agree that those are probably the best, like from each trilogy, or at least I think they're the best movie. But the ones that I just keep going back to, man, like Phantom Menace is the one I just consistently go back to from the prequels. And then Return of the Jedi, man, is the one it's the one I grew up. Like, I feel like I watched that one the most when I was a kid, at home. And then when I went and saw Phantom Menace, that just blew me away at the time. And, and again, the sequels, we'll see what that one is. Again, it's different when you're an adult watching this stuff. You're a little bit more like critical. You don't get into the magic of it as much, so it's cool to kind of recapture that for a little bit when you go to a event like you went to,
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly the same for me. I go back to the Phantom Menace. The two most nostalgic movies to me are Phantom Menace and Return of the Jedi. 100%.
Same.
First movie in theaters, and then I have this guy on my desk. This is like
dude. I love that, man.
Like, Power of the Force figure. I just keep it on my desk. Can't really see because you see it.
Yeah.
Luke.
Come on, get it in focus. Come on. Right. Oh. Put the hand closer. There it is. Yep.
There Power of the Force Luke Skywalker that I took to kindergarten. This is actually the figure. I keep it on my desk as a reminder of my journey as a collector. But like that version of Luke is just, I love end scene Luke with like the shirt flap. But like in him just being like his black tunic and stuff, his robes is just, really, really awesome.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it does have to do with, like you said, like, we it's cool that you could sit there and be like, look, I think this one's probably the best one, but this is the one.
Hey, that's why it's called The Empire Strikes Back, man. It's crazy. But like,
did I say that, or did you say it?
No, I did. But like some movies, it'll be like, usually what happens in movies like this is like the villain or like the bad guys, they do something, and then by the end of the movie, in a lot of these types of movies, like the good guys end up winning. You know what I mean? Like this movie's just straight bad. This movie's just straight up bad.
Oh, and it set the standard for like the sequel being the. We even see the influence it has on movies like The Dark Knight, like all these movies. Like the sequel became that one. It became the revenge movie of the villains. Even a lot of people even say Dune Part 2, oddly enough, in a weird way, was inspired by. I think Christopher Nolan said that he felt like Dune Part 2 was like Denis Villeneuve's his version of Empire Strikes Back. So
Yeah.
it just really created that whole sequel thing. So
yeah, that movie's like, I can't think of a lot of movies that are like Empire in that way, where just like all this bad shit's happening to like the good people.
And you wouldn't have expected that. And I hate that we couldn't have experienced that in theaters back then, dude. You know, because because the fact that you went into that movie based on the first one, that was a fresh idea at the time, and that's what was so cool about it. I think that's why it's so. I mean, not only that, it's a badass movie too. But I can't wait to see your vlog, man. That's gonna be. I'm
working on it. I'm working on it. Yeah, it should be pretty. It should be pretty cool. Episode 3 is always the goal for me. Yeah, episode 3 is great. Single song races OT all the way. Let's see here. Ryan Sadler says this should say Sith and Jedi, but Sith and Jedi are very well connected. It definitely carries the emotional weight of the saga. Yes, 100%. Thrawn's office. I love the mystery element, the mystery assassin element, and detective Obi-Wan parts of episode 2 so much. Yeah, Attack of the Clones gets like a lot of hate, but I don't know, man. I just have such a good like. The prequels just like gives me such a good feeling because that's what I grew up with. You know what I mean? Like that's the time that we live in now. The sequels are like the prequels everybody's really happy about. It's a great time.
Oh, trust me, it's my least favorite, but in no way do I mean, there's parts of it that I love from Attack of the Clones that I'll just pull up clips from it on YouTube every now and then and watch, you know, the Yoda scene or the, you know, the scene, you know, the scene with Mace and Jango Fett, you know, there's some great moments in it that I really like and I'm nostalgic for, you know, so.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
And that's what's cool about having great characters, you know?
Also, the Phantom Menace, I know a lot of people don't like Jar Jar, and this topic has been like just, a lot of people, this topic has been like driven into the ground, but Jar Jar is not nearly as like, he's not that pivotal of like a character in the movie. It's like I think it's fine. I mean, as a kid it's funny, right? I like Jar Jar as a character. I think it's totally fine. It's just more lighthearted, but I think people felt like maybe he was too lighthearted, but like I think the scenes with him, actually, like the stuff that happens with him, some of it is not that funny, but then some of it, like the stuff he does, is funny. You know what I mean? Jar Jar, good character. It doesn't. I don't believe deserves as much of the hate.
No, I'm nostalgic for Jar Jar stuff, man. Just because when I was a kid, I didn't really know any better, man. Like I didn't. That's what I was saying. When you're a kid, you don't look at things as an adult the same way. It's like you get caught up in the movie magic. Like, you know, you're not thinking about the cinematography, the direction, the writing. You're just getting swept up in it. And so at the time, man, like, you know, as I've gotten older, I've seen that. But at the time, like, I remember when I was a kid, I didn't walk out saying anything about Jar Jar. I just remember, obviously, we were recreating that lightsaber duel for the next 3 or 4 years. Because, again, that was back when you probably didn't even get that movie on DVD for like, or VHS, whatever it was, for a year and a half. Yeah. I mean, it used to be a long wait, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. So it was just crazy seeing all of them in a row like that. I would have stayed. If I would have had to stay for the poster, I would have ended up staying. But yeah, I mean, that took a big chunk off. Like I walked out of there just before. I walked out of there, I think like 11:15 or 11:30. So I was already there for like 17 hours, like 16 or 17 hours. I was in that theater. So like I could have stayed if like, but there was, like I said, I've seen the sequels relatively recently. I didn't feel like I had to. I would have stayed if that's how I would have got the poster, because the poster is super dope. I'm actually framing it. I already bought the frame. It's an awesome poster.
That is a sick poster, dude.
Yeah, it's so like exclusive poster to the event. It's so cool with the marathon writing on it. So all that will be in the vlog. So that's it. I'm going to save these questions because we're already over 3 hours. I'm going to save these questions. People are starting to drop off too. We got 30 in here. But yeah, I'm going to do a vlog of that. Like I said, I'm working on it. My theater experience. Did some filming in there. Yeah, there's gonna be some stuff about that. I'm gonna be doing that. Some other stuff I'm doing. I got the updated final parts for the MODUSPACE Mono, which is right back here. You can see it's got like these acrylic shelves on it now. So I'm gonna be doing an updated review of that. The first batch is sold out, but stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be updated. It's amazing case. I was fine with the initial version of it, to be honest, and this like even made it better. So I'm happy with it. But I'll talk about it. I'll talk about the changes in my review. There's a trade-off in a sense, but I'll save it for my updated review. But But yeah, really happy with it. Like I said, if you order any module cases, you can use code SNEAKER for 20 bucks off, all caps. All the stuff's in the description below. I have a lot of stuff. Like I want to do a Vader review, Padme review. Got the vlog, got the mono. My collection tour is filmed. I just need to voice over. So I have a lot of content in the pipeline right now. I'm actually backlogged. But that's pretty much it. You guys can catch me on Wolfpack Wednesdays, as always, on Wednesday night. Okay, Justin, what do you got coming up on your channel, man? Let's close it out. I'll save these questions for next time.
Yeah, and I'll just quickly want to say thanks to everyone who's still in here, just hanging out with us, chilling with us, just chatting it up in the chat. Like as always, man. I know we say it every week, but truly, like, really appreciate it. Y'all make it so much fun, dude. Just talking.
Yep.
We could talk for hours and hours. So the only things I got coming up, man, I'm doing a couple new things, some new videos. I got a couple of things in the works. I'm getting my Toby Spidey should be in tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'll definitely be, there'll definitely be a review out for that. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to do the review like I've been doing, or if I'm just going to give like a overall thoughts on it, just because that figure's been out for so long.
Sure. Do whatever you want to do. Don't worry about it.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. But I do have that, hopefully to look forward to tomorrow. But as always, man, anytime there's some announcements, there's some releases, I'm definitely going to have my first look video series. I'm going to have a first look video out for that. So be looking for that this upcoming week.
Mr. Blend says, fun one, and I can't wait to see you get to 1,000. You got this, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Just a matter of time, man.
In the chat. Yeah,
Steve's
appreciate you being in the chat, man. Appreciate you being in the chat. We're getting there.
Steve's absolutely crushing it, man.
Austin says, mono sucks, man. Thank you. Mono sucks, man. Feel better soon, brother. FY, stop licking doorknobs. It sounds like I'm getting mono. I'm losing my voice.
I just got that, dude. That went right over my head, man.
Every year, dude, I get literally anytime the weather changes like this. The weather's been bouncing around here in the Midwest, like 71 day, 40. Like today it was like mid 40s, 50. Tomorrow it's going to be like 67 or 68. So like the weather's just doing this, and it's just my allergies and all the stuff, like all the leaves and stuff are coming in now. So like I have pretty bad seasonal allergies. So every time, like, I'll just get a scratchy throat when it changes, and try to like fight off hopefully a sinus thing. I like really try to get it under control during this time. So that's when my voice is starting to fade out. But Valkyrie's still here. Okay. You got anything else?
I mean, just the usual. Thank you for having me on. You're such a great guy. Nah, but dude, for real, man. Thanks again for having me. Nah, dude, I had a blast, dude. I had a blast as always.
Yeah, it's always
man.
fun chatting with you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. Yeah, it's always fun chatting with you. Great stream as always, says at Grand Admiral Thrawn's office with the Grail. We need one last Justin prediction before we go. Hit him with it.
My prediction. All right. I feel like I'm gonna be right this week. My prediction is we're getting Obi-Wan this week. And I don't know what that. It's either gonna be one or two things. It's either gonna be we're getting the announcement for Padawan Obi, or we're getting the Kenobi Obi-Wan released. I just feel like with the hype being so hyped for Star Wars, we're gonna get. I just feel like they need to capitalize on it somewhat. So we'll see. Probably gonna be wrong, but there's the prediction.
Good one. There you go. I think we might get like some of the Attack of the Clones figures potentially at some point. We're still waiting on Mace. We're still waiting on Anakin. Also, we're still waiting on Clone Wars Palpatine. I think that's one that could potentially happen.
All right, he said I said that last week. Fair.
We've been saying Kenobi's gonna drop for like a straight month and a half. Kenobi's gonna happen.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna throw something crazy out there. We're gonna get Jane Thor. We're going to get Jane Thor released this week. I think they're going to finish up that line this week. They're going to release that figure.
There you go.
There you go.
One says they might stay on track with Dark Side event, though. No, I don't know. Like, is the Dark Side event done? I don't know. I don't know, man.
I would love to get Mace Windu single songwriter. I would love to get that figure.
Yeah.
Can't wait
for
Mace.
That one. Yep. And I know I didn't show, like, we didn't really have time because we spent a lot of time talking about a lot of stuff, but Sideshow did that like deals and reveals stream or whatever, and Mace's head sculpt looked like it was updated. In
really?
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, all right. We're not leaving yet.
I didn't mean for you to have to keep it going. I hadn't seen that.
We'll look. Let me see if I can find it. I can find it quick. Here it is right here. Here it is.
Let's see.
Already found it. All right, hold on 1 second.
All right.
Let me see if I can share my screen. Where are you at? Oh, there we go. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
How did I not see this, dude?
I'm going to make this big. So this was from like the Sideshow stream.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this. Yeah, that's, you know,
I'm
what?
like,
hold on a second.
I'm even more hyped.
Sorry,
man.
I'm
This
like
looks awesome.
cropping this. I'm gonna
No,
just
dude, it looks great
I'm gonna
right
just
now.
Highlight Mace. I'm gonna just highlight Mace.
Yeah.
If I can zoom in here, I'll do this.
That's good. If you can zoom that in. Yeah, dude.
So they definitely
does look updated.
They
Oh,
updated his
absolutely.
head sculpt 100%.
Absolutely, they did, dude.
Also, I wondered. Hold on, how far did they give him rolling eyes?
I'm telling you right now, Steve, if they do, I'm gonna be so happy, man. That's the one thing that I was disappointed in with this figure. Otherwise, dude, this is one of my most anticipated Star Wars figures of the year, man. Can't wait for this one.
I want to look at this real quick on the Sideshow website too.
Are you getting? Did you see the statue?
Yeah, I saw the statue.
You getting that Obi-Wan one?
This looks like his eyes could be potentially a little bit different. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get that Obi-Wan statue. It is really, really good.
It's so good, dude.
It's so good.
There's a couple of things that come out in statues where, like, I think I'd have the discipline to maybe get one, but as soon as I think that, I'm like, no, you won't have you'll have to get more. But there's a couple of statues out there that I'm like, dude, that, like, just for a centerpiece type of thing, that'd be so sick.
Obi-Wan is I'm really considering.
That's what I was gonna say. I think you do have the discipline to, like, that's the one character you would get a statue for.
And you get a swappable. You can do like old Ben, or you can do like Ewan McGregor.
I
So
saw
it's, like,
that, dude. That is
swappable
so
head
cool.
sculpt. And also Yixi, who's like one of like a really good sculptor, is the one that did those head sculpts for it.
Nice,
so like
dude.
they're really, really good.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, the Mace statue is incredible. I love that one.
Yeah, the Mace one looks really cool too. Nathan Harrison, that Mace looks great. They better give him some fucking rolling eyes.
Yeah, this is Samuel
I'd
L.
adore that
Jackson,
Mace
man.
statue.
Just one of the most incredible actors, man. Like, we gotta have those rolling eyes just for different looks and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy they didn't do that, but might be too late. I don't know. We'll see when he releases. But if they update the head sculpt to that looks really, really good. Be happy with it.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on, I'm seeing some oh, I thought I saw a comment from JB, but it's gone. JB, if you're in here, thanks for being in here. A Grand Admiral of the channel. But okay, guys, thank you for the 30 people who are still here. It's 11:22 Central Time. What a great show. Almost 3.5 hours. I swear every time like we end up just going for 3 hours.
I know, dude. I feel like I'm to blame because I'll get sidetracked on, like, what's your favorite
Yeah, me too.
movie,
It's fun.
Candy?
It's fun.
Yeah.
And then chat likes to always say something. What'd you say? What's your favorite movie, Candy?
Well, at the beginning, like, we talked
yeah.
a lot about just the movie theater experience, but that's
Yeah.
what I love about the show.
It's
is
great.
like,
That's what we were talking. That's a lot of this
that's what I'm
stuff is
saying.
from
We get-
movies. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yep.
we start
Yep.
talking with the chat, and they give us a ton of great stuff too. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hate doing outros. I like to just continue talking, and I don't know what else to say. But okay.
Yeah, dude.
Have a great night, everyone. May the 4th be with you. Belated and happy Revenge of the 5th. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend.
Appreciate
and
y'all.
have a great night. Yes, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to all the channel members too. Appreciate all of you. And until next time, everyone, good night and collect carefully.